What's up, losers? I got the best freaking deal at Home Depot today. I'm stoked about that. I hate shopping, and I got such a good deal, it even made me feel good. Had to scam the system, but I got it eventually.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They want to let the world decay.
Have you guys seen that Oz Perlman loser that claims he's reading people's body language and shit, and he's just lying and faking everything?
Never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away. Burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it to the back of the pack. Kill it anyway to play.
You guys know what I'm talking about? He was on Rogan and shit. Oz Perlman is his name. And he's definitely a con. I don't like it because what he's doing could be classified as like a magic trick, which is fine, right? You want to tell people you're doing magic. But to tell people it's like something else and then using that to sell a book, like, oh, I spent my life learning body language and these subtle cues and blah, 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 and you can learn it too, is really deceitful. And I'm pretty sure he went on Joe Rogan. I'm pretty sure he just hired a private investigator to follow Joe Rogan around and get his PIN number, because that's what he predicted for Joe Rogan was his ATM PIN. He either hired a private investigator to follow him around with like a telescopic lens. What is it? Telephoto lenses, or used a heat signature device, like people that are stealing celebrities' PIN numbers and shit. Like they'll wait for you to use the ATM, and then they'll run up and check the heat and get it back, right? And I wish he would just be honest. Like he's just doing magic tricks, right? He doesn't have to reveal them. He doesn't have to say like, here's how the magic trick works. But to pretend like he's doing something else. And he even says like, oh, anybody can do magic and the trick works itself. And if you do it enough, but not everybody can do it. This is something different. This is above that. This is beyond that. And mentalists are like looked down on by magicians. They're like the lowest form of like magic. Like he's doing the opposite, dude.
Hey Daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Penn and Teller are very, very, very critical of mentalists. And people claiming that mentalists and psychics, they are very, like, Penn comes out and basically says, like, hey, this is magic, but you know there's some type of gimmick. That's part of it. And it's almost like you're in on the show, right? Everybody goes to see a magician. No adult thinks they're actually doing some type of magic or reaching out to spirits or, you know, doing something, anything like that. Right, freezing time, but when a scammer like Oz Perlman comes and tells you it's not magic, it's body signals, it's stuff that you can't control, and you're moving your eyes a certain way and doing this, and he knows the difference between men and women, how they lie or whatever, it's almost like being scammed, and it feels subconsciously it feels gross. Hold on, I'll show you the clip of Joe Rogan. I got some other clips I don't want to get rid of first. I missed this one. Which is a really, really good one from the Pierce Morgan, Nick Fuentes. I know we already covered part of this, but this is a really good clip. I mixed this, but someone remind me, we'll go back to Oz Perlman.
Just to clear up one of the many theories about you, I've no idea what the answer is and you haven't got to answer, but are you actually attracted to women?
I am attracted to women.
You're not gay?
No. But I will say that women are very difficult to be around.
Okay.
So there's that.
And do you think they should have the right to vote?
I do not. No, absolutely not.
They should stay at home?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So basically, you're just a misogynist old dinosaur, aren't you? For a young guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm the boomer. I know I'm the boomer here, but actually, you're a 27-year-old dinosaur, aren't you? Aren't you, Nick Fuentes? All women.
I am.
All women are annoying. All women grow old. They all get fat. Says the guy. Have you ever had sex?
No, absolutely not.
Wow. Says the guy who's never got laid.
Damn, dude. Says the guy who's never gotten laid. Women are hard to be around. They should not vote. They should not. I missed that one. I missed that one completely. I watched it. Well, I had it playing in the background and still missed it. And then the other one that I want to check in on, this is the one we just covered last night. It was just a clip. And it was the guy yelling, I'm going to sue your department. But the civil rights lawyer picked up a video on it. So let's see what this is.
Get away from my house or I'll sue your department.
I think there's probably more context in a 60-second video versus a 15-minute video.
You'll do what?
House.
You'll do what?
Sue our department, what you just said.
I'll sue your department.
They're trying to say that he said, I'll shoot your department. Who the fuck says that? Who would say it like that? Like, even if you were making a threat, you would say, I'll come down there and shoot everybody in your department. I'll shoot everybody that's at the department. I'll shoot every officer. I'll shoot everybody outside. But you don't say, I'll come down the, I'll shoot your department. The building or...
Hey, Watson, come to the front door with your hands out. You come out, we come in. It's nothing to the police. We got a warrant for your arrest.
You're under arrest. You got a warrant for terrorist threats, all right? I'm trying to kill the officers last night.
Oh, okay. I really did that? You got that on video?
This is Daniel Walton. He was arrested for allegedly threatening to shoot police officers while they were at his home the previous night.
You have no warrant?
I don't need a warrant to talk to you.
No, you have no warrant. Get away from my house.
A judge signed an arrest warrant after cops told him that Daniel, quote, threatened to shoot the police for being on his property. His house was besieged by police officers aiming guns at his home where his 2 young kids were inside. He was arrested at gunpoint and placed in handcuffs.
Yeah, no one would say that. If you guys don't get off my porch, I'm going to shoot your departments.
He spent 3 days in jail, lost his job, and was later indicted by a grand jury. Yet the entire time, there was video footage of this alleged threat that completely exonerated Daniel, proving that he never threatened to shoot police officers, but rather that he threatened to sue police officers.
Get away from my house or I'll shoot your department.
You'll do what?
House.
You'll do what?
To our department is what you just said.
I'll shoot your department. It's a wrongful arrest. It's going to be shown.
Well, you have your day in court, sir.
I will.
It doesn't really matter that now they've released him and said, oh, we figured it out. You know, good. His life's ruined, right? He's a pariah. He's all over social media. He's in the paper. This will follow him around. It'll be there that he was charged with this, even though he wasn't convicted. People will make judgments on that. He lost his job. Who knows what happened with his family and all the other stresses that could be caused from this.
Yet another major data breach has occurred, this time involving an app that pretty much all of us use, DoorDash. On November 13th, DoorDash confirmed a data breach that exposed the names, email addresses, phone numbers, and physical addresses of an undisclosed number of its users, including customers, dashers, and merchants. These data breaches are happening more and more often, and this means that you and your loved ones are at a constantly increasing risk of being caught up in a data breach as your personal information remains exposed online. This is why I recommend setting up an account with the sponsor of today's video, Incogni. Incogni tracks down and removes your personal data from multiple sites, including online directories, people search sites, and even commercial databases. The process is fully automated, so it will continuously remove your data from these places. As of today, Incogni has removed my personal information in 794 different places online. But I also love the custom removal feature available in the unlimited plan and the family unlimited plan to take down almost everything that's exposed about you online. So check out Incogni using the link below or go to incogni.com/civil to get an exclusive 60% off. That's incogni.com/civil and use code civil or click the link below and take your personal data off the market. Now let's get back to the video. Daniel Walton faced up to 5 years in prison for allegedly threatening to shoot police officers while they were at his home on May 12th of 2025. That evening, Daniel had gotten into a verbal argument with his wife, and his wife called police because she said that she saw Daniel's gun in the kitchen.
Do you not understand that my babies are in there right now? I got 2 babies
If you're
in
not
there.
gonna listen to me, we're gonna leave.
But she was the one who ended up getting arrested that night for disorderly conduct. While they were there, officers tried to speak to Daniel. However, he stayed inside his house, and he refused to come out or talk to the officers, demanding a warrant.
You have no warrant?
I don't need a warrant to talk to you. What's going on with you and your second wife?
No, you have no warrant. Get away from my house.
During this interaction, as one of the officers is on Daniel's porch and another officer is filming with her body cam, Daniel threatens to sue the department.
Get away from my house or I'll sue your department.
You'll do what?
House.
You'll do what?
To our department is what you just said.
I'll shoot your department.
However, officers would later claim that Daniel said that he would shoot the officers. So the next day, May 13th, they obtained an arrest warrant, and they show up with half a dozen more officers, all heavily armed and aiming firearms at his home.
Insane, dude.
You got somebody in the window? White male just pulled the blinds down.
Hey, Watson.
White male pulling the blinds down.
Lady Watson, come to the door with your hands up. There's nothing to the police. We got a warrant for your arrest.
Oh, if you want me to explain the deal I got at Home Depot, if you're looking for new tools, I'll let you know.
Lady Watson. Nothing to the police department. Come to the door with your hands
Yeah, there's not actually a massive one. I don't see the
I got you. We need Daniel Watson to come to the door. We need Daniel Watson to come to the door.
Female at the door, saying for the roll call.
A judge had signed an arrest warrant for Daniel after the cops told the judge that Walton, quote, threatened to shoot the police for being on his property. Walton's wife and 2 young children.
But even then, I'll shoot the police if you come on my property without a warrant. Like, even then, even if that were true.
Were inside the home at the time. The cops were there aiming their guns at the home.
Lady Watson, come to the front door with your hands up. You come out, we come in.
Open the side door.
What do you want me to do?
Hey, Danny, open that door all the way.
What do you want me to do?
Come out with your hands up, Danny.
Everybody back the fuck away.
Come out with your hands up, Danny. Keep coming out.
You should play your short. I hate listening to my own voice, but yeah, probably.
All right, keep coming. Keep coming to my voice. Keep coming to my voice.
Holy shit.
Keep coming to my voice.
Come down like this?
No, stay on your feet with your hands up.
Come outside.
Come outside. Come on.
Daniel, stand up. Come outside.
I honestly don't know how you guys listen to my voice for hours. I have no idea.
Stand up. Come outside.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
Come out to the damn car.
Stand up.
Yes, stand up and come out to the damn car.
Okay.
Come out.
Relax. I'm not going to do nothing.
Walk over. Walk over. Walk out here.
Okay. Turn away from us. Turn away from us. Walk backwards. You coming. You coming. Okay. All right. There you go. Drop to your knees, man. All right. Calm down. All right. I'm good. I'm cool.
Keep him just like that, like you're praying.
I'm cool.
Daniel came out with his hands up. He allowed himself to be arrested. The cops searched him. Then the same cop who was on his front porch the night before when he threatened to sue the department just stood there and nonchalantly told Daniel that they had an arrest warrant now because he had threatened to shoot the department. And Daniel just couldn't believe what he was hearing, and he asked the officers if they had their body cams on.
You're under arrest. You got a warrant for terrorist threats, all right? I threatened to kill the officers last night.
Oh, okay. I really did that? You got that on video? All your body cams on? Okay. Get ready for some subpoenas, buddy. It's okay. I can prove I didn't do it, so. Threatened to kill the officers last night. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, you heard that? Threatening to kill the officers last night. Threatening to kill officers last night. Got that on video?
What is that?
Which one?
Yes, we got it on video.
You should have it on video. If you guys all got your body cams on like you're supposed to.
Oh, yeah, they're all on.
Okay. Well, then you guys have a video of me yelling out the window saying that I'm going to kill somebody then.
Yes, sir.
The only thing you have on. That's all I had on me. It's a wrongful arrest. It's a wrongful arrest. It's going to be shown.
There's a warrant for your arrest, so.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm sure there's a way to fix it. I don't like how nasally my voice is. I know there's a way to fix it. Like people that have voice coaches and shit like that. I don't understand how.
I'm going to talk to Joseph this here.
Take him down to jail. Can I get a copy of that warrant?
You will.
The warrant and affidavit probable cause.
Oh, your first appearance.
So you're telling me I went outside and told cops I was going to kill him, but they didn't arrest me on the spot? You guys had to go get a judge to sign some lick 'em and stick 'em warrant? Yeah, right.
Lick 'em and stick 'em.
That doesn't sound right.
That was Mariah's nickname in high school.
But Daniel would not get his day in court, actually. He was arrested, taken to jail, and then he spent 3 days in jail, and during that time lost his job because he was unable to show up. And even after he bonded out, once the case went to the prosecutors, the Douglas County District Attorney's Office, they did not dismiss these false charges. To the contrary, they presented the case to a grand jury, allegedly.
I can't believe a prosecutor would take this case. And their only evidence has got to be that video. I mean, the officer's testimony and that video.
In August of 2025, a Douglas County grand jury actually indicted Daniel Walton for the felony crime of terroristic threats. Again, a felony that carries up to 5 years in prison. Now, you may be asking yourself, why would a grand jury do that if they watch this body cam? You also may be asking yourself, why would a prosecutor present this case to a grand jury if he or she watched the body cam? Perhaps nobody watched the body cam, at least not until Daniel gave the body cam footage to a local reporter with Atlanta First News Investigates.
Sue, not shoot. Not shoot. And I said it as loudly and as clearly as I could.
Get away from my house or I'll sue your department.
You said?
I'll sue your department.
So he showed the body cam footage to reporter Andy Pirati, who, by the way, is the same reporter who uncovered and exposed the false arrest of Charles Reed.
You guys remember that guy? Finally, that guy got, I didn't do an update on it, but finally this guy got kind of vindicated. They didn't fire the supervisor who said, oh, he's clearly faking and wouldn't even stop eating his lunch. But the cop got in trouble that drug him out of his chair.
The paraplegic guy who was arrested by the College Park, Georgia police, not too different than what we have here. So then Atlanta News First sends the body cam footage to...
They should have got the supervisor too. The supervisor was like wiping his mouth, eating a sandwich. You guys remember they went to the supervisor's office? He's like, oh, yeah, I think he's faking. Wouldn't even come out and look at the guy in the eyes or talk to him or nothing.
Douglas County District Attorney's Office asking them to review the matter in light of the body cam footage.
Atlanta News First Investigates sent the body camera video to the Douglas County District Attorney's Office, asking it to review the incident.
Then, boom, less than a week later, the felony charge against Daniel Walton was voluntarily dismissed by their...
But you shouldn't have to do that. That's the point, right? How many people wouldn't have fought it or wouldn't know how to fight it or would have been like, oh, they got me, you know? Like, you shouldn't have to do this. If there's any doubt, let's say it's 50-50, shoot or sue. I don't think it was. I think it was probably like 90-10. Let's say it's 50-50. It doesn't matter.
Office.
Throw that shit out.
It dismissed Daniel's case, writing in an email, "Your information prompted us to review the matter more closely. The evidence did not support the charge."
Okay, so you reviewed the matter more closely, or you reviewed the matter for the first time, actually? Come on, just admit that nobody ever watched the body cam footage at all, never bothered to watch it, just took what these cops alleged at face value, but in fact they had lied. I don't suppose that you have now charged these police officers with perjury now, have you? I won't hold my breath. So is it still a civil rights violation? Is it still a constitutional violation where the police officers had an actual arrest warrant, even though it was all BS? There's a U.S. Supreme Court case called Franks versus Delaware from 1978, which addresses that. What has to happen is the warrant must be invalidated, and then it becomes a false arrest, a Fourth Amendment violation. In Franks versus Delaware, the Supreme Court laid out the framework for invalidating an otherwise valid arrest warrant. Here's what you have to show. If an officer knowingly and intentionally or with reckless disregard for the truth included a false statement in the affidavit, and that false statement was necessary to the finding of probable cause, then the warrant is invalid. So here you might be asking yourself the question, did they do—
You'd have to prove that the cop knew he said the word sue and still turned it in as shoot.
Do it on purpose, or did they not do it on purpose? And looking at the framework set up by Franks versus Delaware, it doesn't necessarily make a difference. It may have been knowingly and intentionally, but if not, then I would argue it was done with reckless disregard for the truth. So it doesn't really matter. It should be a Fourth Amendment violation either way, because it's undisputed that false—
I don't know if you'd get a jury on that.
Application in the affidavit for the arrest warrant that resulted in the issuance of the warrant. Had they put the correct information in there, that Daniel said, "I'm going to sue your department rather than shoot," there's no question there would not be probable cause for a felony arrest for terroristic threats. These are known as Franks claims, and here this appears to be a pretty straightforward, easy to prove one. So I hope that he does file a lawsuit. If I hear anything about it, I will update. And you can follow along by subscribing both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on X at John Bryan ESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.
Pretty wild. I'm glad the paraplegic guy, or paraplegic. I'm glad that he got vindicated. I mean, they still embarrassed him and dragged him out of his chair. There's no telling what all they did to the guy. And for them to be talking like, oh, he's all flopping on the floor. He's doing this. He's doing what the fuck? His legs don't work, bro. His legs don't work. All right, let me show you I'm not gonna play the video, but let me show you the fucked up thing that Home Depot has going on their website right now. So last night I couldn't sleep, and I told you guys I was looking for new tools, and I hadn't decided on a brand yet. Usually I already have a DeWalt something or a Milwaukee something, so I'm kind of locked into that battery pack. But I lost all my good tools in the flood. So this tool set right here, there's a bunch of different things on the website that you can do this with, though. It has to be one of these items where you buy something and you get a free gift, okay? So this tool set right here is what I ended up getting. It is regularly $1,200, and it's literally 50% off currently, right? It's marked down to $600, $599. All right, so there's this offer here that says shop this offer, and it says free gift with purchase, okay? So you take this, and the free gift, it's off the screen, but it's a battery, a $230 battery. So if I select that and hit add to cart, and then we look at our cart, remember this is $599. The way that it deals with this free battery thing on their website is through this. It splits the price of the battery, okay? It cuts the price of the battery in half and takes half off the battery and half off the product that comes with it. So even though this was $599, it's now showing for $433. And even though this was $229, it's showing for $165. So you can game that system, okay? So then you find another expensive tool like the M18 Fuel 6.5-inch circular saw, which is $2-something, $299, $2-something. It might be on sale right now. It's on sale for $229, and it says free gift with purchase, right? So you click that. What is the free gift with this purchase? The same battery. The same battery, okay? So you can get up to 3 of those batteries. 1, 2, 3. And one for one shopper. So if we add this to our cart, and then we decline the protection, and then we go to our cart, this deal is going to keep taking shit off of everything, right? It's going to keep splitting the price and taking it off. So we're still at $433 for this right currently. right? This is what I want. All this other shit I do not want. So this is still $433. Well, let's add another battery because the saw came with a free battery, right? So if we add another battery, my total went from $848 to $827. I know you can't see the total. Now look, we're at $385. This right here just keeps coming down. Our total went down, and this went way down. So let's add another saw. This will make our total go up. We're at $827 right now. So our total is going to go up from $827 to $1,056. But remember, free battery because we added another saw. And it says, see, this says limit 3 per order. That's what you got to max out is the batteries. And that's as far as you can go. So now we add another battery. And my total is going to go down, or is going to stay the same, $1,056. But now look how cheap this is. So it was $1,200. It's marked down to $600 for the holidays. It's never really $1,200. Usually it's like $899. But they always put listed for $1,200 because that's their retail. But it doesn't matter. It was $1,200, marked down to $600 for the holidays. And now look at it, $364.04. So how do we get this, right? How do we get this and not this? So what you do is, this is my home store, right? This is the closest store to me. It's called Johnson City, Tennessee. I'm going to change this. This says pick up at Johnson City, Tennessee. I don't want to do that. So let's check a nearby store where they're available. Let's say Bristol, right? Bristol's not the closest store, but I'm going to change it to Bristol for this, for the batteries. And I'm going to change this one. I'm going to change the saw also to Bristol. All right, so check nearby stores. 3 batteries, 2 saws. I'm going to check. I want them at any different location. It doesn't matter. Just put it in a different location. And the item we actually want, this we're going to keep. Okay. So now we got this down to $363.04. This is what we want, from $1,200 to $363. We do not want this. We do not want this. I mean, you could get it, but we're just using these to get the deal, right? So when I hit checkout and pay for this, it'll generate 2 different orders because they're at 2 different stores. Okay? This will be one order by itself. And these 5 things, 2 saws and batteries will be one order at a different store. And all I do is cancel this order. I actually did it so quick last night. I assumed that I was going to have to pay the full $1,000, and I was probably going to have to on a credit card, and then I was going to have to wait 5 to 7 days for a refund. I did it so quick last night. I hit checkout, refresh, canceled this top order, and it didn't even charge my bank account. All it charged for was the $363 because they hadn't even processed the order yet. So $1,200 to $600 to $363.03. I went and got this. That's a hell of a deal on this $1,200 combo kit. It's drill, driver, grinder, 2 batteries. This Milwaukee pack, this toolbox back here. I'm paying $363 for all of this, right? For a drill, a driver, side grinder, the compact hacksaw, which I like more than the full-size hacksaw, the charger, 2 batteries, and the toolbox. This toolbox by itself, $300. If you go buy this toolbox empty, it's $300. And I'm paying $363 for everything. Is that not fucking insane? And I thought they're going to fix this. Like, Home Depot's going to get in a panic. Like, oh, shit, we're losing money. Like, what the fuck? But people's been doing it left and right. It's all over Reddit. People are talking about it. I made a TikTok video about it and a short video about it. There was one guy that claims he got his account banned, but he did this 10 times and was reselling them. I mean, they don't know he was reselling them, but I'm sure because he did it 10 times. The problem is, it's not like they can just stop this deal. They could just stop this deal from happening, but they can't prevent you from canceling orders. What if you change your mind? What if you decide you don't want it? They could make it to where you have to pay the full $1,000 and wait on a refund. That would probably get less people to do it, right? Some people are paying the full $1,000 anyways, and when they go and pick everything up at one store. So you get this, 2 saws and 3 batteries. They walk out to their car. They walk back in and return the saws and the batteries and get their money back right then. and nothing's been said to anybody, right? But the problem with fixing this is it's not just on this offer. It's on anything site-wide on Home Depot where you buy one thing and get one free. The way they should have done this, if they wanted to prevent this, was whatever's free should just be marked as free. Instead of cutting the price in half for the battery and taking half off this item, half off that item, or into thirds and taking a third, they should have just made the battery $0. $0, okay, with the purchase. And then this would have stayed full price. But instead, when you have 2 items, they cut the price in half. When you have 3 items, they cut it into thirds, and they apply that discount to everything in your cart. So you could do this with any item on Home Depot that does this. A maximum of 3 for these. But I guess even if they did that, if they made the batteries cost $0, people would buy other shit, return it, and then just get free batteries, wouldn't they? Yeah, quite a conundrum they got on their hands. So, whatever. This is a hell of a deal. Reddit. I found it on Reddit when I was bored, couldn't sleep last night, and then I did it. Like I said, they charged me the $363 plus tax, and that was all it was charged to my bank account. I was fully expecting they would charge a full $1,000. I'd have to wait on a refund, which I really didn't want to happen because we just don't have extra thousands of dollars laying around. But they didn't. And I couldn't let it go. So I got this this deal. It's actually a really good deal. Drill driver. All I really want, I'm going to grab a skill saw at some point. Probably one that's on sale, but I'll wait a while. Build up the funds again. But there's a bunch of tools I want, but a skill saw would be a pretty rounded setup. You got a sawzall, skill saw, drill driver. That'd be a pretty rounded setup to do much. I've got all the campground tools. But I just don't, I wanted my own tools, basically. Either way, not a bad deal if you're interested in it. There you go. Yeah, let's do this. And the fact that it comes with a $300 toolbox. You're paying $363 and it comes with a $300 toolbox. That's insane. The fuck are we going to do there? All right, let's do Oz Perlman, Joe Rogan. You can see this in Joe Rogan's face that Joe didn't like this at all. Again, there's a difference between a magician and, hey, everybody's in this guy's doing a trick, right? Everybody knows this guy's doing magic, which is a trick, right? And the difference is, yeah, I think I'll do it tonight. Seriously, I mean, if you're honestly if you already own a bunch of DeWalt shit, there's no sense in going to Milwaukee, right, buy DeWalt shit. But if you're looking for a platform, there is none better than, I mean, you might say DeWalt's equal with them, but there's none better than Milwaukee. You're not going to find a better one. Anyways, there's a difference between everybody's on the inside, everybody's doing this, and this is a magician. We went to be tricked. We went to the show, right? And this guy can just read you anytime he wants. It almost feels like you're being like you're personally being violated, right? Because this guy can just look at you and know your ATM pin number. Like, this is insane. I'm almost positive the way he did this was he hired somebody to follow Joe around until he typed in his pin number. And I want to talk about some clues he leaves in here. So let's hop into one of these videos and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Watch. Let's try something fun.
Okay.
How about this? If I were to ask you, how long have you been married?
16 years.
Okay, nailed that question. Well played.
Thank you.
Your sister's happy, your wife's happy. If I asked you...
All right, so that right there, right off the bat, your sister's happy, your wife's happy, 16 years, you nailed it. That's just to get him comfortable. Like, I'm a funny guy, right? Like, I like to make jokes, and we're friends.
Okay, nailed that question. Well played.
Thank you.
Your sister's happy, your wife's happy. If I asked you, would your wife know your social security?
Dude, I bet you Austin would love it. Legend. Doesn't he do stuff, or at least I've seen him post pictures and shit of like him working on shit or whatever. That's a hell of a deal. Those $1,200 is what it's valued at. If you bought it individually, it'd cost you $1,200.
Security number.
No.
She doesn't know it.
And worst case scenario, let's say you have to have it delivered to your house or something else, something else is going on. And you can't do the cancel like I do. You can still go return it. They can't stop you from returning the saws and the batteries. It's a pretty good deal. All right, let's go back to Oz Perlman. I got to get off that. I'll talk about it all night.
16 years? Okay, nailed that question. Well played.
Thank you.
Your sister's happy, your wife's happy. If I asked you, would your wife know your social security number?
No.
She doesn't know it?
No.
So is there any way in the world I can know your social security number?
I don't think so.
Right, you say I'm a stalker. Who knows?
Yeah, you could have got the information.
Okay. So getting his entire social security number may be interesting. And he's like, well, no, because, maybe that's on the internet. And it could be. Joe Rogan could have been pwned at some point and his social security number's on the internet. We don't know. He's a celebrity, maybe. Now listen to this next idea he comes up with.
Maybe.
Online.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical. You're skeptical.
Well, especially someone famous.
Yeah. Fully. Plus, you can't change that, so I'm not going to do that to you.
Data dumps. Yeah.
If I
You can't change that, so I'm not going to do that to you. What did he just say? You can't change your social security number, so I'm not going to do that to you.
told you right now to make up a random number. I said, get out your calculator. I love that. And you add it up and you do a random number. Screw calculator. I want it to be spontaneous. Would your wife know your ATM?
Wait a second. So he suggests literally a spontaneous number. What if I had you get a calculator out and you just made up a number? Let's say you put in a 4-digit number, you multiplied it by a 2-digit number, you divide it by a 3-digit number, any numbers you want, 5 digits, add, subtract, whatever, and come and finish with a 4, 5, 6-digit number. That is spontaneous. He's like, no. I don't want you to do that. He's walking him down a path and pretending like Joe is making the decisions. Right? He's walking him down the path and pretending like, oh, Joe, you don't want to do social security number because I could know that and you can't change it. And you don't want to do calculator because that's not spontaneous enough. How is picking a random number not spontaneous? Then he says, oh, I know. Off the top of my head, I just had a great idea. Let's do your pen. He knew Joe Rogan's pen before he ever came into the show. Okay? 100%.
If I told you right now to make up a random number, I said, get out your calculator. I love that. And you add it up and you do a random number. Screw calculator. I want it to be spontaneous. Would your wife know your ATM PIN code? No?
No.
Well, that's not spontaneous. An ATM PIN code is not spontaneous. And yeah, he could technically change it, but not in the moment, right? He can't change anything about it. He knew Joe's PIN number before he ever sat down and knew this is what he was going to do on the Joe Rogan show. Now, you say, hey, it sounds kind of crazy for someone to hire a fucking private eye, right? Someone to hire a private eye to follow Joe. Think of all the publicity you got off this. What, you spent a few $100s? He's selling a book. He's going to Joe Rogan, and it gets him all these other podcast deals. Yes, it's worth it. A few $1,000s on a private investigator to follow this guy around for a week till he uses an ATM. Absolutely. 100%. It's worth it.
Make up a random number. I said, get out your calculator. I love that. And you add it up and you do a random number. Screw calculator. I want it to be spontaneous. Would your wife know your ATM PIN code?
That's why that, screw calculator. I want to be, that's why that doesn't seem genuine. Because it's not.
Oh, no?
No.
He was on Howard Stern. I can explain exactly how he did Howard Stern, too.
Lie to me. Do not tell me your real ATM PIN code.
Okay.
Obviously, unless you want to. Make up a fake 4-digit number off.
Now, this is all showmanship. This has nothing to do with the trick.
The top of your head, what feels to you utterly spontaneous. Okay. When I say go, 1, 2, 3, 4-digit code, random, go.
Okay.
Say it.
2020.
2020.
All right, now listen. He tells him, make up a spontaneous number off the top of your head, blah, blah, blah. Right now, do it. Now, Joe does not do that. Instead, Joe Rogan picks the year they moved to Texas, and you're going to see him be wrong here again. He's going to try to roll with it, but you're going to see him be wrong again. He tells Joe, if I'd have gave you more time, you'd have picked a different number. And Joe says, no, I wouldn't have. He's like, I bet you would have. He's like, no, I wouldn't have, because I didn't pick a spontaneous number. I just thought of the year we moved the studio to Texas. I moved my life to Texas. That's what I used. So 5 minutes more, I wouldn't have picked a different number, but watch.
Okay. So you asked me, how do I do what I do? I'm going to write down 2020.
Okay.
It's weird, but statistically, men will lie bigger, women smaller. Men like to lie by saying things are bigger, right? No shocker.
Okay.
So I don't think, I would tell you right off the jump for me, that means that your first number, you don't have to say anything yet. I wrote 2020 is smaller. That's what most people do when they're rushed. If I had given you 5 minutes, you would have done this different.
No, I wouldn't have.
No, you would have.
Why would I have?
Because
See, he says, no, you would have. Trust me. And he's like, no, I wouldn't have. Because if he would have picked a genuine spontaneous number, if he'd have said 7386, the guy could have said, oh, that's a big number. If I'd have gave you a little bit longer, you probably would have picked a small number. Like, you know what I mean? And kind of walk somebody through it, but he didn't. He didn't pick a random number. There's no spontaneity in it. He picked the year that they moved to Texas.
You don't have to say anything yet. I wrote 2020 is smaller. That's what most people do when they're rushed. If I had given you 5 minutes, you would have done this different.
No.
Now, let's say Joe Rogan's pen obviously starts with a 1, right? But let's say it started with a 6. He would have said, oh, I would say that, you're the type of guy that likes to lowball, right? So you said 2020, but I think your number's actually higher. If I gave you 5 minutes, you'd done this different. I think your number's actually higher, isn't it? And Joe would have been like, oh, yeah, the first number is higher than a 2.
I wouldn't have. No,
it's all just crowd work, which he's good at. He is very good at talking through people. He's good at the crowd work. He's good at rolling with the punches. He's good at all that.
Why would I? Because you would have thought about it, and then people go down a different path.
Nope.
No? Okay, worked out for me either way. You'll be honest if I'm right.
Okay.
I got a hit, which means it's a 0 or 1. I think the first number of your code's a 1, isn't it? Your real PIN code.
My ATM
PIN code.
Why would I tell you that on the air?
Should I only show this to you?
Sure.
Only show it to you?
Yeah.
Can we acquiesce that the first number I got was correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you did repetition. So I like the fact when people always say to me it's fake when they watch the videos, they're like, you must have set up. Joe doesn't even want this to happen right now. He had no idea this was going to happen. You used 2 numbers in repeats. What that means is you probably did the same thing. You also didn't use any of the same numbers. I know there's not a 2, a 0, or 2 in it. I don't think so either. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching you while I say it. You put the hand up. You might as well said yes to me out loud. So now I know. Think of...
Well, he did say yes. But Joe said, and he's like, you put your hand up. You might as well have said yes. Well, he did say yes.
Second number.
Okay.
Third number. Fourth number. Every time you did it, the data point.
Okay.
I'm only going to ask you one more question. I'm not looking for answers. The last number's the biggest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm showing this to you.
Now, he already knew this. Coming out of the gate, he knew this.
Is there a camera behind me? I don't want to make sure. I'm only going to show it to you.
I have this one on.
It's not 2020. How did I do, Joe? Is that your ATM PIN code?
Yeah.
Now, look how this bothers Joe. Again, because it's not this social contract we enter with a magician, where a magician is doing a trick and we know we're going to get tricked, and we know he did some type of ulterior means to do it, right? Right? He's got an inside guy, he slipped something, blah, 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 whatever. He's selling this as, I can look at you for a couple minutes and know everything about your personal life. Stuff you hold close, stuff you know about, whatever, right? It feels dirty.
That's weird. I'm skeptical because I've got that PIN code in the mail.
Now, what they don't show you in the clips is later Joe says, I have 2 ATM cards. You want to guess that one? No, I don't want to do the same thing twice. No, maybe later. Maybe later. They don't. Okay. What about Howard Stern? So he asked Howard Stern. I'm about to give away a lot of shit here. Howard Stern. He says that somebody tells you a word that only you and her know, blah blah blah. No one else knows this word. I want you to look it up, blah blah blah, and he guesses the word, which seems kind of random. The word's curly, by the way. Guess Howard's. All right, check this out. We'll explain how he does this one. A lot of them. Joe Rogan is one that's different. A lot of the rest of them are going to be done the same way. What we're going to find out is before these podcasts, they talk. Joe Rogan famously doesn't, right? He doesn't have conversations. He doesn't know the people. He doesn't have like a green room meeting. He just comes on. When they start talking, they're on the air. And a lot of times, if you've never been a guest there before, it's the first time you've ever talked to Joe. He likes it. He likes it like that. He likes it to be spontaneous. These other shows, they meet and greet and talk and blah, blah, blah. Oz sets up tricks before the show. Okay? And the way he sets up tricks, a lot of times, is he asks people to think of this or a person or a name or whatever, write it down on his notebook, rip the page off and keep it. Why does he tell people to do that? He says, look, guys, I got a lot to lose. And a lot of times people try to lie, right? Because they want to get me and they want to make a joke or whatever. I don't want anybody trying to ruin my reputation. I know you wouldn't, but just this is the way I do it. Just keep everybody honest. I want you to write down. I'm going to ask you a random question. Don't tell me. Don't show nobody. Don't share with nobody. I want you to write down the answer, rip that piece of paper off, and keep it in your pocket. I'll show you some examples of that in just a second. Other times, he asks people to take the word or the name or whatever they're looking and go to a website called Google Stats.com. GoogleStats.com is a fake website that works with a magician's app called Injector 2.0. The website you're actually thinking about is Google Trends. Google Trends is a Google website that shows you trends of words that have been searched, how, search volume, all that shit. Google Stats is a website that mirrors Google Trends and works with a magician app called Injector 2.0. And you pre-set up someone's phone by entering the Google Stats website, and when they Google something in your vicinity through Google Stats to make sure it's a rare word or not a lot of search volume or not a common name or whatever, it goes directly to your phone. A smartwatch or something on or an earpiece or what, it goes directly to your phone and tells you. When he has them write it on his notepad, there's plenty of magician notepads that sends you whatever someone writes down. It doesn't matter if they take the fucking piece of paper and if you use his pen or his notepad, he knows what you wrote. So let's go into that with that in mind.
Harper, I said to her, you're dying. I was always fascinated by Houdini.
Yep.
And I said, Houdini said to his wife, here's a word. If any psychic can tell you that word, then you know they're contacting the dead. None of them could do it.
Right.
The word she told me, she never told anyone. I never told anyone. I asked her, I said, I'm just going to keep this word to myself. Maybe someone will be able to give me the word.
Her mindset when she told it to you, everybody's going to have that, that moment where this is, you got the last hand dealt and you're looking at, your mortality. What word do I say to somebody else? She likes to make people laugh. There's a reason here. And so I walked in here researching her and thinking to myself, I have a huge pool of words. And what do? I'm going to figure this out in the next few minutes while I talk to you, and I'm going to deduce what word I think it is, because I don't know it yet. I don't know it, but I think I'm going to figure it out.
All right, so some woman on her deathbed said this word to Howard Stern. I want to tell you something else about the Howard Stern show. People think that Howard Stern is in the studio. He's not, okay? They do a really, really good job of editing the Howard Stern show. Howard Stern is not in the studio anymore. He hasn't been for a long time. That's his home studio. Okay? Oz Perlman's in the Howard Stern studio. Howard Stern's at his house. And they just do a really, really good job editing these episodes. Oz got Howard Stern, and I think it slips up in this clip. He told him, he said, well, I want to make sure it's not a common word, so what can we do? Oh, here's what we can do. Go to GoogleStats.com and type the word in, okay? And when you type that word in, I want you to see, it will redirect you to Google Trends and tell you the real search volume. But as soon as you hit send, it sends him the word. So he had the word before the show even started, when he asked him to Google it and see how common of a word it is.
And if you get it wrong, I'm going to say you got it wrong. Right. That's it. But what is your process? How do you get to this?
I reverse engineer. So all I've been doing for 30 years is reverse engineering the human.
Lies. All that's lies. That's to sell his book.
Al, he doesn't know shit. He thinks he contacts the dead.
Explain to me the terms. You whisper it to Gary. Gary knows the word.
I wrote the word down and I put it in a sealed envelope.
Yeah, here's what I do, Howard. Valerie's word, I want you to count how many letters in that word to yourself. Count how many letters are in Valerie's word. 5 letters, isn't it, Sal?
Wow, yes.
Yeah.
Holy
and
shit.
Your word's 5 letters too, isn't it, Howard? Look at that. I don't even have to say. It is, isn't it? I didn't even, that was luck, right?
I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
That wasn't even on purpose. I was watching.
I just got the chills.
I just got the chills. Yeah, I got the chills too.
Here's what I want
my
you to do.
fake hair is standing up on my head.
Sal, mix up the letters in your word and imagine, Sal, you just stop.
So all of this is showmanship. None of this has it. He's not looking at their eyes. He's not reading their minds. He's not looking in the future. All that's just showmanship. He already has the words. He had them Google it.
Clear. Could anybody but Gary have any idea what this word?
Or write it down on his notepad, depending on if they're in studio, out of studio.
No.
I have no idea what
you know the first letter. Think of a letter in the word, Sal. Don't tell it to me. Think of it.
Okay.
Now, I think the letter you thought of, I'll be damned. There's more than one of that letter in the word, isn't there?
Oh. I got to get out of here, dude.
2 L's. Hello. Hello. Open up the envelope. Does it say hello in there?
The word with 2 L's, 5 letters is
hello.
Hello.
Wow. Let me see the sheet. Wow. What the fuck, Oz? What the hell are you doing? All right, go to the Valerie Harper word.
Okay. I don't know if you see this.
All right. Valerie Harper word. Here we go.
Sal's impressed, but he's also pissed off. He's like, I want to get the word. Sal thought he's the guy who talks to him. And who would you have told if you would have just gotten Howard's word? Your word is not hello. Is it Howard? Because otherwise you would have
No, it is not that word.
I think, how many people would you have called if you just got Howard's word right?
I would call a particular person. One person.
Think of his first name.
Okay.
Think of his last name.
Okay.
First name starts, you rolled your letter R. R-O-B. Is it Rob?
Yes. What the fuck? What is going on here, dude?
Howard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Valerie Harper was on Mary Tyler Moore. 4 years. I looked it up. 3 years Rhoda. Did she give you any context? I don't want a clue, but when she told you the word, did she tell you any reason why, or she didn't?
She did.
I knew it. Leventhal. Is it Leventhal? Rob Leventhal?
It's Rob.
I knew it. Okay.
Whoa. What the hell?
How the hell did you get Rob Leventhal? I have no words.
Dude, I feel like I need to sit down. This is like ridiculous. Do you feel like you're gonna pass out? Yeah, the chills.
And they have like this creepy music playing and shit. None of this is real, right? He knows it all before he even sits down.
My body right now are out of this world. Jason's bringing in a chair. Rip, give him a chair.
Wow,
I tell you what, Robin, that's crazy. That was crazy.
Realize what just wait a second. He was talking to you and then came up with Leventhal. Just boom.
So what I want you to do is the same way I told Sal to mix up the letters in the word and just grab one out. And I want you to stop and imagine you reach up. There's a Scrabble tile sitting in front of you. You've arranged them into Valerie's word. She's arranged them like a Ouija board. And you reach down and you pick up one of those letters and you look at it. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, look this way at me. We read from left to right. And most people, they won't pick the first letter because the first letter gives away the word. Howard, in your mind, I don't want to know what else. You didn't think of the first letter right now, did you?
I did not.
I knew it. So, okay, I've got that eliminated. And then most people won't pick the vowels because the vowels cost money. I think Howard went dead center. I think he did the letter right in the middle. You know what? Howard, name some of the best guests you've ever had.
Conan O'Brien, Bruce Springsteen, Neil Young, so many. I'm trying to think. Yeah.
That list
Barbra Streisand
is going to change because there's going to be one more name in it in about 30 seconds is my guess. Valerie Harper told you a word that only you and her know and nobody knew before. And remember this moment, Howard, because you're going to be talking about this for years to come. The word she told you was curly, wasn't it?
Oh, fuck, that's the word. She looked at my hair and said, the word is curly. Wow. What's going on with you? You're a devil worshiper.
He had him Google the word through a fake app that he...
A dance of me watching you.
Watching me.
I swear to God.
I wish he would just say, I'm a magician, I'm doing magic tricks. Not this, I can watch you and know what you're thinking.
Yes, you did. He even pointed out a couple of things when you started nodding your head. He is an observer, and he understands what those things he sees.
Leave it to Robin. Do not tell me how you did.
Howard,
you nodded. I'm going to get hold of you with that.
Mistake, Howard. You nodded your head.
Out of here.
Howard, you nodded me. You nodded your curls. You nodded your curls.
You nodded your head.
Let's get Gary spontaneous. Everybody remembers this one. Gary, close your eyes, and I want you to try to picture the face of the first girl you ever had a big crush on.
Okay.
When was the last time, be brutally honest, that you think you thought of her?
Probably at least a few years, maybe more.
I don't think they know. But so it's more of like a subconscious thing. You think, yeah, I wrote down the word, but I took that piece of paper, wrapped it up, and put it in my pocket. You're not even thinking about that part. You're not even thinking about, oh, he had me Google it, to make sure. You're not even thinking about that because you're amazed by the trick, right? So I don't think most people put two and two together, but we will see some examples of people that do that.
More.
Have you mentioned her on the show?
I don't think I've ever mentioned her on the show.
Open your eyes, count the letters to yourself.
Okay.
This is like watching somebody when they play poker. 6 letters, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, come on, get it together, Gary.
They make a pen, like an ink pen that you hand to somebody, and everything they write down sends a picture of it to your phone. He also uses another magician's trick where there's like I'll show you in a second.
Pick the letter in the name, anyone you want.
Okay.
See, I think he got smart. He got wise. So I told you last time nobody picks vowels. I think Gary this time said screw-os. I'm getting mad at him now. I'm going to probably pick a vowel. Did you pick a vowel? Tell me the truth.
I did not.
Okay, that's fine. I can't get it right. This is not a magic show, Howard. There's no card tricks.
So when he gets it wrong, he's like, this isn't a magic show. Right, but he was just wrong. If he was reading the guy, wouldn't he know that he picked a vowel or not?
Right.
The only vowel that you have to really open your mouth is if you're surprised. Sal, somebody walks through that door right now, goes, oh, what would you say? Oh, exactly. There's an O in it. There's an O in it. And I said to myself, Olivia, but that's too common. That's a noun name. Gary, I know how old he is. I know what names were common back then. I've narrowed it down, 6 letters. He thought of the O. He thought of the U. It was 3rd grade. Her name's Louise, isn't it?
Motherfucker. Wow. The fuck? You read it. You read it perfectly.
So none of this is reading. Let's do, let me show you this one. This is one where they kind of slip up and give it away. Jake Paul fucks it up. So watch this. Not Nate's first crush. Riz by guessing my mom's name. I don't want to watch the whole freaking podcast. I was hoping somebody clipped it. All right, let's grab the full pot. We're not going to watch it, obviously, but we'll get to the point.
Do we have an episode for you? Mind-blowing, captivating from the man himself, O's Pearl.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
And honestly, I'm not fucking with it, bro. It's too crazy. It's not. You're literally a sorcerer. Didn't you read Derek's mind and have M&Ms already?
It was weird as fuck, and I can't get behind.
I should have done so much of a show.
Here we go.
All shook up.
Listen very closely to what's said here.
So think about this. I said to you, here's what I do. I want you to think of someone you've been
But I think the audience should pay attention to this because with me bringing up
use the tension. So in this case, all this kid wanted was attention. He's not a bad kid. He's heckling because he wants to prove he's smarter than everybody. That's how he gets attention.
You can tell what Oz doesn't want people to reveal because he instantly is like, no. We didn't do that. We did this. That was hours ago. No, that's gone. Listen.
Show him that attention. You diffuse the tension.
Yeah, but brother, there's no pattern or thing going on here with me bringing up a random name from my childhood.
Should we get into that now?
So he's trying to say, like, you can't read patterns about me when you told me to pick the most random name from my childhood before I was famous.
An hour later, because it's going to be hard to unwind. Once
but I think the audience should pay attention to this because he set up a trick earlier and then he said...
Listen, so he didn't like that. He wants people to think that it's happening right now or very recently. He's a hold up. I didn't set nothing up. But Jake's kind of outing him by accident. Well, I think the audience should know he set up a trick earlier. Set up a trick? What did we set up?
Random name from my childhood.
Should we get into that now or later? Because it's going to be hard to unwind. Once
but I think the audience should pay attention to this because he set up a trick earlier and then
Hold up, I want to make sure we say this. I said to you one thing. I said, Jake, you've been, in the public eye since you were what age, would you say?
15.
15, right? So think about this. I said to you, here's what I do. I want you to think of someone. And the first thing, if I'm watching this, is I would have said, he must have looked this up, right? He must be. So I said, think of someone from your past that literally nobody would know. If I call Logan right now, lift the mic up, there we go. If I call Logan up and said, hey, Jake's thinking of some kid from back in the day, would he know who this was? Would he guess it right now? I get your brother on the phone right now, I get mom or dad on and say, Jake's thinking of somebody random from his past, guess it. I give them 3 tries. Are they gonna guess who you just thought of?
No.
3 tries, right? No way. So watch.
But that's what I'm saying. There's not a pattern to this.
So how are you picking up patterns? How are you saying that I'm revealing this? I haven't thought about this kid. It wasn't a close friend. It wasn't somebody I hung out with. It was the most random kid I could think of before I was famous.
And quick question. Did you whisper this to somebody here? Is there a microphone?
He cuts him off.
No.
So you see how he cuts him off there? He's like, but there's no... Quick question. Did you whisper it? He wants to direct it to this is a magic, or this is me reading your body. Not a magic trick, not anything else. We didn't set it up before. You are giving me subtle patterns. You just don't understand them. I do.
But that's what I'm saying. There's not a pattern to this.
Quick question.
See, he's great about interjecting and changing it to where it benefits him.
Whisper this to somebody here? Is there a microphone? You whispered it?
No. Nobody knows.
Did you write it down anywhere? No.
I put it in my phone because...
What? Listen, he didn't want Jake to say this. So he did not use the notepad with Jake. He did not use the notepad or the pen. So he says... very specifically, and most people would say, no, I didn't write it down. He says, did you write this down somewhere? And Jake says, well, I put it in my phone. And he's like, what?
Quick question. Did you whisper this to somebody here? Is there a microphone? You whispered it?
No. Nobody knows.
Did you write it down anywhere? No.
I put it in my phone because...
Oh, good. Well, hold on. Is it on your phone right now?
Now he's like, oh, good. He's the one who told you. He's trying to play dumb. Right here. This guy... told Jake to use this fake website that'll send him the answer. And Jake's like, I put it in my phone. He's like, oh, yeah, good. But it's not still in your phone, is it?
No, it's gone.
No, it's gone. I cleared the history.
So he tells them to delete their history. So they're not thinking that he hacked their phone somehow. Listen, he's trying to redirect all this.
No, nobody knows.
Did you write it down anywhere? No.
I put it in my phone because...
Oh, good. Well, hold on. Is it on your phone right now or it's gone?
No, it's gone.
So he's playing dumb with why Jake would have put it in his phone, but Jake's going to reveal in just a second, you made me Google it. Listen.
Clear the history.
This guy cleared his browser history. All right. So you literally thought of somebody.
And I hid in the corner while I was typing it.
And what did you do? You checked if it was a popular name?
You told him, this is what we're not seeing backstage. And this is why Jake's acting confused. He's like, what did you do? You checked to see. You told him to use your website that would send you the answer to check and see if it was a popular name. You told him to go to google-stats.com and type this in. Why are you playing dumb now?
It's gone.
No, it's gone. I cleared
okay.
the history.
This guy cleared his browser history. All right.
Listen, Jake reveals it on him.
I hid in the corner while I was typing it.
And what did you do? You checked if it was a popular name?
Yeah.
Because I want you. I'd say look up if this is a popular name. Because if you pick Michael, man, I'm gonna be disappointed in you right now.
He made me pick a like super random name from my childhood. That's very hard.
2 minutes ago, right?
He made me pick a super random name for my childhood. Had him Google it to make sure it wasn't use Google.stats, blah, 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 whatever. And he's like, so Jake's trying to say, like, he set this up way earlier before the show started. And he's like, 2 minutes ago. It just happened. He's going to try to steamroll him on that.
Because if you pick Michael, man, I'm going to be disappointed in you right now.
He made me pick a like super random name from my childhood. That's very hard. 2 minutes ago, right? I didn't make you anything. I said think of somebody no one would guess. Here's what you do.
I didn't make you do anything. I didn't. No. Wait. We didn't set this up. Wait. You did. You Googled to see if it was popular or what? You did all this to him and got the information then.
Watch my fingers. Jake, 4 letters. Brandon, Brandon, right?
So most people would just go along with him right here. What the next thing he's going to say? He's going to say, "I saw you counting because he gives them that excuse right there. He's like, I don't want it to be a common name. And because everybody guesses common names, it's got to be super random. And the way you can see if it's like a common name that, Michael or John or whatever, is use this. You can use this website. It's, Google Trends, blah, 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 and you put it in whatever, right? Maybe he sends them a link and says, look, whatever you're picking today, maybe he doesn't do it individually, but he's like, whatever you're picking today, I need you to put it in here. And make sure it's not super, because the first thing the audience is going to say is anybody could have guessed Mary or John or Jeff. I need these answers to be random, and sends them a link.
Jasper, Jasper.
He's going to claim that Jake is subconsciously thinking about the letters and counting them while moving his eyeballs. And Jake's like, I didn't even get all the way through his name.
For those listening to audio, all I did was count with my fingers. And you know what you just did? I counted everybody's names, so you counted in your head. You're like, you naturally counted this guy's name, and your eyes.
Which most people would. They'd be like, oh, how many letters are in William? W-I-L. But Jake didn't.
Like this, watch me. Boom, 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 boom. Kid's name is 5 letters, isn't it?
So he doesn't even know because he didn't finish counting it.
Yeah, it's happening.
You said you didn't, but you did. I'm trusting you. You did.
Wait, but I didn't spell it out fully, though. I just because when you said
is it 5 letters or no?
Yes.
It is, right? Because I watched you count.
Wait, but I didn't spell it out fully even, though.
Oh, you call him by nickname, or you? Well, what do you mean? I'm trying to understand what you're saying by that.
Like, I didn't even count in my head when you said Jake. I was just like watching you still. I didn't think of.
So he didn't do this. So he says your tell is, while I was counting letters, you were doing it too, which a lot of people would, or at least would go along with that and say, oh, maybe I subconsciously did. Jake's like, no, I wasn't doing that.
I didn't get it from nowhere. You did. You don't realize.
Well, but you got it right though. Well, I did it maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm on here for a reason. All right, 5 letters. Mix them up. You move that letter this way, this letter that way. Move them all around, and now you reach up and you pluck a letter right out of the middle like it's a Scrabble tile, and you hold it right there in your hand. Hold it in your hand right now. Got it?
Yeah.
Say it. Hold it. Show me like a pantomime. Hold up your finger. Every name has a vowel. Every name's got a vowel. So most people don't want to pick a vowel because they go, dude, this is too easy, right? It costs money in Wheel of Fortune.
And right here, he could throw this away. He could say, oh, you picked most people would probably not pick the first one, not pick the end. They pick something in the middle and not a vowel, right? You can, when people guess random letters, most people don't guess vowels. Anyways, that's just statistics. So he could say, oh, you picked the one in the middle, and maybe Jake picked the last letter, and he'd be like, oh, so you're trying to trick. So now I got to change the way I'm looking at this because you're one of those tricksters or whatever.
You didn't pick a vowel, did you?
Do I have to disclose this information?
You don't have to, but look this way. Watch what you do. Do you speak Spanish?
No.
Brandon was about to go poquito. Do you see that? Watch when you roll your tongue. R, L, L. Were you thinking the letter L?
No.
Dude, you thought of the L.
See? He's like, no, yeah, you did.
And then you switched. I can always tell when people switch. You did the L and you went right next to it. I'm going to have you close your eyes. I'm going to show everybody. Close your eyes, please.
Can I put this? Can I put my holding thing
You
down?
put your holding down. Yeah. I'm gonna show the camera. Your eyes are closed, right? Jake, be honest. This doesn't exist anywhere but in your mind. This is not set up. This is not staged. We met walking up the stairs 5 minutes ago, and I said, think of somebody that you have not talked to in years.
Now it was 5 minutes. Remember, it was just 2 minutes ago we did this. Now it was walking up the stairs 5 minutes ago.
Years. Nobody would know. It's your girl, Logan. Nobody would guess. Tell us all. Open your eyes. Who'd you think of? What's his name?
Say the name Bilal.
Bilal.
Yo, I'm going home. Fuck all of you.
Dude.
Fuck you.
You guys want to see one where he has write it down? Hold on. I can't remember the people who did this podcast, but we'll find one where he has them write it down and they kind of snitch on him. I've seen too many of these. Here's one he does. We can open this one. This is one he does with Bert's son. I can move on from this if it's not interesting, you guys. I just want to. We can cover something else.
Oh, is it a short word? Let me grab it.
For sure, but he does something with Bert's son here, and I want to show you what he does on this.
No way I could know who this is. Is that correct? I just need everyone to understand that we did not.
This makes me so uncomfortable.
Bert, let me ask you a question. This your brother?
Just let me know if it's boring.
He knows you. He's not a great listener, but like decent. You know what I mean? Hold up. Oh, it happened right that moment. Tell us all, Cody, number one person sits here. If you get her, you're like, oh my God, Bert, you're not gonna believe we're gonna. Who's the number one person? Number one person is
Britney Spears.
But wait, you're about to change your mind. You thought of someone else. You go,
Let Sam grab him. Let Sam. Don't you guys grab books for Sam.
Grab urge. You say stop, and we're gonna stop pages, and he's gonna.
I want to see the one he does with his
Like,
kid.
no, he like a good comedian hypnotizes the crowd, right? You are taking them on a ride. Leanne is not for got it closed. Tell you don't even like spell. Lock. You stand next to me. Down. Push your body. Leanne, take a little.
Because there's a pretty obvious thing in the kid one. We can get to it.
Some bang truth. We all deal with it.
The first
He has his kid pick a number. Let me get to it. Hold on.
6 minutes plus free sales. Like words per like.
Did I already go past it? Damn.
The boys had a dive.
Oh yeah, you really guessed.
Leanne did.
I guess I did. Hold on.
So that's where it like comes to me, and so that's helpful. But I don't know. Running is. I told you 5 young kids. Like if I'm running, I'm away from the chaos of home.
That's why you run 22 miles a day.
Should you want to come and run 3?
Yeah.
That's crazy. 5.
Where is the show
No,
transcript?
I'm too busy. I wish I could. I used to back in the day, but now it's very tough. When I'm on the road, I get in there.
I think the number's 5. Okay, here. Let's switch it. It is at the very beginning.
How old are you?
7.
7. I want you to think. It's funny. I always steal these from the wind. Don't tell them. I want you to think of a number between 1 and 100.
So let me explain how he does this. He does not cheat in an earlier way with the kid. He does this one in real time.
Don't say that. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it. Say it. Keep it in your head. Keep it in your head.
Now notice, I see he's wearing a Otani jersey, right?
Yeah,
so we do an obvious choice. Do you go by Ted or Teddy?
Teddy.
So he's writing his name down. Why would he need to write his name down?
Teddy? All right, Teddy. 1 to 100. Think of a number. 1 to 100.
He writes his name down on this very small pad he's got in his hand.
Look, see right there?
With a Sharpie.
Pivot right there.
He pivoted.
Through the curveball, do you think Mom would guess what number you did?
No.
Okay, I'm going to show everybody. And this is where it's
All right, so he writes down a number and shows it to the parents. Okay, watch this.
not a magic trick because you saw what I wrote down.
This is not a magic trick because you saw what I wrote down. And he's shown both of them. So you would say, Will, there's no way he can change his answer. Right? Wrong. Watch.
So
Now, before I go further, is it too obvious? Is little man's birthday coming up? Would he have done this right away? One question.
Is it too obvious? Is the little man's birthday coming up? Blah, 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 blah. What?
Did you change your mind in the middle, or you knew what you were going to pick?
I knew what I was going to
He went higher. This kid's sharp. This kid's sharp.
He went higher. So he's 7. The kid's 7. He just wrote down a number and said, is his birthday coming up? So he just wrote down 8 and showed it to the parents. Now he's going to say he went higher. We all know numbers that are higher than 8, correct? Now let's watch.
Are you serious? I'm crossing.
He went higher? He's crossing that one out.
No way. No way does he go that low.
Now, watch his thumb. What a weird grip to have on the pad.
Oh, I'm going with this instead. Done.
He blows it. He didn't show it to anybody. He didn't show it to anybody, right? The first time he's like, look, this is not a magic trick. I'll show everybody. Look, you can see it. You can see it. You can see it. No. He didn't do that one. Let me mark that. Now, you got to blow it off to dry and sets it down. Didn't show anybody, did he? Watch.
Take the marker.
Okay.
Take the marker. So the marker's out of play now. Why does he give the marker away? To try to prove that he can't change his answer now, but he's not even using the marker.
Here.
I wrote 8, Teddy, and I knew it was wrong. It's not 8, is it?
No.
I knew it. Did I tell you? Tell us both. What did you go with? What was that number? What are you thinking?
5.
Watch his thumb. Is 5 bigger than 8? He said, this kid's going higher. Now, statistically, he told him to pick a number between 1 and 100. Statistically, most of the numbers are bigger than 8. And the kid said, I pick 5. So what he's got on now is a special thumb device that has a marker in it. Okay, you can slip it in and out of his pocket. And basically, it looks like his thumb. It's rubber. And it's got a Sharpie felt in it, right? And he's going to write 5 with his thumb. He didn't write shit earlier when he blew it and made sure it was dry and to take the marker, and I'm putting it down so I can't change it. He's like, I wrote 8, but that was wrong. What's your He's writing it with his thumb right now. Watch.
5. Tell me what I wrote. Tell me.
Damn it. The zoom in didn't work. Now, he is quick with it. I'll give him that. Right there. He's writing it with his thumb. And in just a second, you'll see how fucking sloppy this 5 is. And 5 is not bigger than 8. He was just guessing statistically, saying, oh, well, I have from 8 to 100, or I have from 1 to 7. Oh, he went bigger. And the 8 was just a random guess with the kid's age. And if he would have said, oh, you didn't pick 8, did you? And he said, yeah, I did. He would have been like, damn, I should have trusted my first instinct. Either way, he wins, right?
5.
5.
That's it. Right there in that cut is all we see of him going. All he's doing with his thumb is going. And again, he writes it all the way down to the bottom of the paper. So watch when he flips it over.
Tell me what I wrote down. Across that 8, I wrote down 5.
What?
Look at that fucking 5. Look at that. So he wrote his name real big. He wrote 8 and showed it to the parents, marked it out, and said, oh, he went bigger. He went bigger. Then look, the marker's not even the same. The marker is not, look at this marker, then look at the one he uses with his thumb. Now, while they're all looking at the paper, he's already slipped the thumb back in his pocket. But it's not the same marker. This is much finer tip marker. He wrote it after the guy guessed. Done.
How did you do that?
And nobody's looking for this stuff because he says he's reading your body signals and your eye movements and the way you turn your feet or look at the light or whatever, right? He's reading body language. But yes, he just cheated and did it right in front of you. Now, he is quick with it because he did 5 real quick and turned it. If the kid would have picked 99, he would have had to come up with more time and been like, yeah, that I knew it. I knew you went bigger or something like that and give himself a little bit of time.
Teddy,
But once you know what he's doing, it's easy to know. We know exactly what he's doing, okay? There is no question about it. I want to see. Here's one I can show you if you're still interested in this. It'll be this one. This is a magician's trick. It's an old magician's trick. And what's the I'll let you watch it first, and then you tell me if you know how they're doing it. Oh, it's right at the first, I guess.
Deal with everything.
Okay. Let's see.
From predicting Joe Rogan's future.
This is your future.
My future?
This is your future. I'm not psychic. I'm not supernatural, but I assure you, I want you to hold this.
I can show you how he does the Joe Rogan trick, too, if you want me to.
Until the end of the episode.
This one.
Okay. To getting physical with Matt and Shane.
I just took this paper, leaned over, and brushed him down his nose.
This wasn't the one I wanted to see. Hold on.
No. It was my nose. I swear to
The money in the air.
Wow.
This is one of the podcasts I was looking for. I don't know who these guys are. Do you know who they are? We Might Be Drunk. Is that the name of their podcast?
It's okay. You're shaking dude's hand.
As soon as I touched the chin, it was
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
All right, see these two guys touching right here? This is the trick. He does it on a couple different podcasts, okay?
This is kind of like if we were to do a, action. This is the moment, no peeking, and I'm gonna do a test run. I'm gonna do a test run. No, don't hurt him. All right, Matt, did you just feel a poke on your left knee? Did you guys see me do that? Yes. You gotta say yes, Shane. Say yes. Yes. All right, you're not peeking, Matt. Your eyes are closed 100%. I want you to tell us all, do me a favor, tell us all right now, what did you feel after your knee? What did I do to you? What'd you feel?
My nose. You brushed it with paper.
All right, you guys know how that works? You want to watch it again? I'll let you watch it again, and then you guys see if you guess how it works. So basically, he's got them touching each other, and he says their bodies are synced up, and he pokes him in the leg and says, I felt you poke my leg. And he says, okay. Then he touches the other guy on the nose with a piece of paper. Guy 2. And guy 1 says, I felt it. You know how it's done?
Do a test run. No, don't hurt him. All right, Matt, did you just feel a poke on your left knee? Did you guys see me do that? Yes. You got to say yes, Shane. Yes. Say yes. Yes. All right, you're not peeking, Matt. Your eyes are closed 100%. I want you to
I'll give you a hint. He tells the people, don't shout out when you feel it. Wait till I ask you.
tell us all. Do me a favor. Tell us all right now. What did you feel after your knee? What did I do to you? What'd you feel?
My nose. You brushed it with paper.
Did you see it? You know how it's done? I'll show you.
Don't hurt him. All right, Matt, did you just feel a poke on your left knee? Mm-hmm. Did you guys see me do that? Yes. You got to say yes, Shane. Yes. Say yes. Yes. All right, you're not peeking, Matt.
He has a piece of invisible thread between his hands right now. And when he does this and says, oh, you're not peeking, that's when he rubs the guy's nose. Watch. All right, so his ring stores a spool of invisible thread. It's really hard to see. It's like a dark, really thin thread. And magicians use it all the time. And when he brings his hands up right here, he spreads his hands. He rubs the guy's nose with it right there, straight down his nose, and says, oh, you're not peeking, right? Right there. He's rubbing his nose. Now that's already done. Now he finds a piece of paper.
Tell us all. Do me a favor. Tell us all right now. What did you feel after your knee? What did I do?
And he's talking the whole time. And he's like, okay, what I want you to do is you're not peeking. And what I want you to do right now is you get together while he's doing the other thing. So there's no time for him to blurt it out before he touches Shane. And he says, oh, you touched my nose.
What'd you feel?
My nose. You brushed it with paper.
Guys, bro. What? I just took this paper, leaned over, and brushed him down his nose.
He did it beforehand. He does it right here, too. Hold on, I'll show you. You can see it again with her. The We Might Be Drunk. We might have to go check that clip out. They reveal some stuff on their show.
I swear to God, it touched my nose.
It's going to be, watch this. If I reach over and I brush this across Sam's healthy head of hair.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to feel something right there in your hair. If I poke his knee, you'll swear to God I poked your knee. Whatever.
He's prompting her already.
Like,
oh, finally he'll come.
Yeah.
Jerk him off to completion for the love of God.
She needs
Somebody blow this man for me.
That costs extra.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure. He does it twice to hurt him, honestly.
No. Look this way.
Oh.
Jordan, close your eyes.
Too much sex talking.
Watch for him to swap her with a thread while he's checking to see if her eyes are closed.
Unfortunately.
Don't peek. Did you just feel a poke on your right forearm?
Yes.
Did everyone see me do that?
Yes.
Tell him, Simon. Ian's still shook from Bill Murray.
You poked mine, right?
Did everyone see me do that?
Yes.
She thinks this is a trick. That was not a
Show us on Jordan where they touched you.
Her eyes are closed. Jordan, you peeking?
No.
All right, I need
Watch,
to see a question.
right here.
Her eyes are closed.
Whop. Her eyes are closed. Now he talks the whole time so she can't blurt it out.
Tell everybody right now what happened. What'd I do to you?
You poked my right forearm.
No, after that.
You brushed the top of my nose.
Oh my
You
God!
messing with me right now? Was that wind?
No,
or you being
Hold on.
Watch again.
Hold on. Do you feel that?
You brushed my nose.
Do circles. Counterclockwise.
Sorry.
Eyes.
Jordan,
What?
tilt your head up. Look at her eyes. She is not peeking. I want to know when. Do you have read receipts on your texts?
No, I never touch them.
No. Simon is sweating. Superman's about to rip that off. Jordan, no peeking.
Okay.
How about
Wait now. Suck me off real quick. Yeah.
in the name of magic? Did you feel anything yet?
No.
How about right now? Anything?
No.
My theory is that the moment I do something to Sam, it goes through his hand. I don't know why he's wearing those gloves. It goes all the way over to her. Do me a favor, Jordan.
Watch. He's doing it again.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. What did you just feel?
Something right here.
When he's going, open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. He's rubbing the bottom of her chin.
Oh my God! What the hell's going on here?
His happening? His nose and his chin.
This is voodoo.
No. Anyone could do that.
Do it.
All right, now we got to do Rex.
Close
Rex
your
is having a
eyes.
mental breakdown
Close
over
your
here.
eyes. All right, ready? Here. Okay.
All right, ready?
So, yes, Jordan and Sam hold hands. Okay. Sam, shut your eyes. Shut your eyes, Sam. Okay.
'em.
So Simon's still upset.
It's once you see it, it's kind of hard to unsee. You know what I mean? Like all the shit he's doing. There's one more I wanted to show you. I don't know whose podcast it was. I would know if I just saw the podcast because I remember how they were all sitting around. Is it Barstool? Let me see. No. There's another guy that gives these people away. One of the podcast hosts. He even says something like, I wrote it with his paper and his pen. I used his pen and his paper and wrote it down. It's not Barstool. This guy's got really good videos on it. Hold on. Let's watch this guy's video.
A couple months ago, I uploaded a video to YouTube called Revealing All of Oz Perlman's Secrets, A Complete Guide to Mentalism. That video was generating a huge amount of conversation, especially after Stephen Bartlett uploaded his viral podcast with Oz Perlman. A huge amount of people were finding the video because they wanted to know the truth about mentalism or the truth about how Oz Perlman has reverse engineered the human mind in order to read our body language at some sort of super high level in order to figure out these.
This is Baskin on YouTube, and as far as I know, he doesn't make a whole lot of content until Oz Perlman kind of pissed him off.
Pieces of information about us. YouTube put a halt to that growth following a copyright claim against my channel for a 20-second clip that I had included of a gimmicked chalkboard. The video as a result was immediately taken down and I could dispute it, but instead I'm choosing to take this as an opportunity to take on board some of the feedback from that first video and upload it again with some of those changes in mind. One of the first things I want to do actually is discuss some of the tricks that Oz has done in the last 2 months, or some of the tricks before then that people felt like they still wanted a more explicit explanation for. And so we're going to do that right now. But first, I want to speak to those criticisms from people who think that I'm wasting my time, that everyone already knows that it's a trick, and that I'm the equivalent of some loser sitting in the audience of a magician's show assuring everyone that, in fact pleading with everyone, that he has not actually sawn the woman in half. If you're the kind of person who thinks that, shut up. Like, shut up, open your eyes, and look at the comment section on this guy's videos, and you will see tens if not hundreds of thousands of people who have absolutely bought into the lie that, as Oz says, he doesn't read minds, he reads people, that he is analyzing people's body language at some intensely high level. There are countless amount of people who believe that, and I personally am responsible because there are spiritual powers that be that want you to think that about yourself, and it's not true. It's simply not true. The human mind is one of the most complex and incredible miracles. Fire, it also doesn't mess with their belief system.
Even if this body language stuff was true, you know how many outliers you would have? He wouldn't be able to do it to all these people at all the times and blah, blah, blah. Right? He might be able to predict one or two people. Like, we know that governments and intelligence agencies and shit use body language for like a roundabout not specific predictions, but roundabout, like this guy looks agitated, this guy looks unsure, this guy looks confused, whatever. not to guess somebody's PIN number for their ATM card. Get the fuck out of here.
Because by knowing that you're a magician, they have their guard up to make sure that they understand that what you're doing is ultimately an illusion. It challenges their perception, but it does so in an ethical way.
You shake something, a lot of things can change. You see the jack of spades?
No.
Just hold it and shake it. You just hold the jack, right? How it can change? Tell me.
Wait, what the hell?
But there's different stuff. Like
Bro, am I missing something?
No.
Bro,
That's a double lift.
What am I missing?
When you're a mentalist, you deliberately distance yourself from those magic tricks so that you really can mess with people's belief systems.
And this is where it's not a math. You learn the trick because the thing is the trick. Yeah. But if I give it to you, you could do the same trick. Yeah. Versus if I give you 2 books, you could not do the same trick as the book. You need to, I am the trick. Yeah.
So he's saying, I am the trick. I'm bigger than this. I'm better than this. I'm not a magician.
Trick.
And when you mess with people's belief systems...
But you need my book to realize my thoughts on life for some reason.
Sorry, but this is me upset.
He tells people that they even buying his book, they're never going to get as good as him because how much time he's put in, but they can get a little bit closer and realize stuff about their own life.
I make an annoying 3-hour video showing how you're messing with people's belief systems. Eat it. If you want to do mentalism, that's fine. Just make sure that people know that what you're doing is a magic trick. Don't at every turn and every opportunity try to distance yourself from magic tricks just so that people let their guard against deception down and more easily swallow your lie. Don't at every turn and every opportunity distance yourself from psychics and mind readers and charlatans in order to gain trust and appear more scientific when you reveal that how you're getting information is by studying people and their body language. And for goodness sake, don't sell people a book that of course is not going to tell them how you actually get that information, but instead is going to profit from the fact that they have bought into believing that you are something that you are not. If you're going to be a mentalist, at least be an honest one.
I was heartbroken. I was destroyed.
Yeah.
The fact that a scientist...
Yeah. There's PIN right there.
Sure. The fact that a scientist went on TV and lied to me. Inconsolable. And embarrassed in front of my parents. Mom and Dad, I was making you do this, and it was all stupid, it was all jive. And I went from, and this is absolutely true, from straight A's in science to flunking. To being directly to my science teacher, I want nothing to do with you people, you lie to people.
Wow.
And my entire school career changed there. And I went from a straight A student to flunking the rest. That was the demarcation.
Wow.
And my hatred for magicians and scientists, who to me were the same. You gotta see this all as a 12-year-old.
Sure, absolutely. There's no background.
And then I met Teller. And Teller simply said to me, he said, you can do magic without lying.
Now that I've got you aware to the ethical issues of mentalism, I want to talk to you about an app called Inject 2 designed by magician Greg.
There it is. Inject 2. That's the app they use when they have people do Google Stats or whatever. And see if it's a common name or a common phrase or something that nobody, I want it to be. And then when he does tricks, I didn't show you on the Burt Kreischer, and I'm not going back now, but he picks Britney Spears and Madonna for his wife when he tells her to think of like a celebrity. And he says, you changed your mind, didn't you? You changed your mind, didn't you? Because she Googled both of them, right? She Googled Madonna, and then she changed her mind and Googled Britney Spears to see how common or relevant or whatever it was.
This app is the secret to how Oz Common is able to get things like the word that Valerie Harper whispered to Howard Stern on her deathbed. In fact, this, in combination with a concept called pre-show, is how Oz is able to do things that downright seem impossible. Now, how Inject 2 works, it's an app that does many different things, but the 2 most important things that it does for Oz is a thing called Google Peek.
I keep hearing people calling him Oz. Is his name not Oz? Like Dr. Oz?
Google Stats. Google Peek involves you essentially going to a fake Google URL on your target's phone that then loads up on their screen and looks like just an ordinary Google search. Whatever they type into that Google search is going to appear on the magician's phone. So all you really need is some sort of excuse to get...
It's basically a fake Google. So as long as you have kind of access to their phone or whatever beforehand, use a different magic trick that lets you get access there on a fake Google website.
The person to Google the info that you're going to later pretend.
And you get everything they type into their phone. Even if they misspell it and retype it or search 5 different things, you get all of them.
Because he had me type out my own search bar. I wasn't showing him, and I was thinking of the player, and I misspelled it first and put Bryce Hall, and then.
This was one of them. He says you were thinking Bryce Hall, but you ended up going.
Because he had me type out my own search bar. I wasn't showing him, and I was thinking of the player, and I misspelled it first and put Bryce Hall, and then obviously that was the player. I don't know, man. It is crazy.
So he said both those because the guy accidentally misspelled the name and got Bryce Hall instead of the one he was looking for.
Did you like hack my phone?
I hacked your brain. Now the problem with Google Peek is that you need to physically have your target's phone in your hand in order to enter the weird URL in order to get to the fake Google page, which you then hand back to them, and they search the term, which then feeds the information directly to your phone. You can get around this, and in fact you need to get around this if you have a target that you don't have physical access to. This would have been the case for Oz when he was doing the trick with Howard Stern. Howard Stern is not in the studio, even though it looks like he is. He's actually in his own home studio. The producers work really well to make it seem like they're all in the same studio. This would also be the case with Piers Morgan, where he did it recently. He would have countless reasons to use this, and of course you can even use it when you have physical access to someone in just a more clean way. And I want to show you how clean.
Usually when he has physical access, he uses a notepad, he makes them write it down. The pen tracks your motion, even if you wrote it on something different. And the notepad has basically a telephone screen in the back of it, right? The same way you draw your lock screen pattern, it does the same thing. So it picks up every mark. If he's in person, he usually uses that. If for some reason he doesn't, or he already has access to your phone because he's doing some phone bit or whatever, then he uses the Inject one.
and how convincing and how manipulative this mentalism trick is. So what you'll do is you'll ask people to go to Google and you'll tell them that you want to look up, say if we're thinking of a name, that they will need to check to see whether it's a common name. Or in the case of Howard Stern's word, which was curly, Oz will say, hey, look, Howard, I want to see if this word is a very common word. I don't want you to tell me what it is. I just want you to go to a thing called Google Stats in order to tell me sort of how common is this word, are people searching it regularly, etc., etc. They'll go to Google and he will tell them to type in Google Stats. When they search Google Stats, it's going to...
Google-Stats is not an official Google website. It's ran by the magician who made the inject, like the actual website is called Google Trends, not Stats.
Come up as the first result here, google-stats.com. Now, this is a fake website.
It basically uses Google Trends, but if you have the app that goes along with this, it sends you what the person is Googling.
It's designed to look exactly like Google Trends, which is in fact the legitimate version of what this is. Google Stats is not a thing. It's created by Greg Rossami, it's connected to the Inject 2 app, and it's solely designed so that you come down here into the search term, and Howard Stern can search the word curly, which will then redirect him to a legitimate trends.google.com. He can have some sort of conversation with Oz about, oh yeah, it looks like, 70 people searched this, in the last month or so. And of course, what actually has happened is that by searching that word, it feeds it directly to Oz Pullman's phone, and then of course, once the cameras start rolling and the podcast gets going, he's got it made. It's just a matter of gift of the gab of using his showmanship skills in order to sell the effect.
Valerie Harper told you a word that only you and her know, and nobody knew before. And remember this moment, Howard, because you're going to be talking about this for years to come. The word she told you was curly, wasn't it?
Oh, fuck, that's the word. She looked at my hair and said, the word is curly. Wow. What's going on with you? You're a devil worshiper.
Now, this would also work perfectly like he did with Jake Paul, where he says that he wants him to think of some sort of obscure name from his childhood and needs to use Google Stats in order to make sure that it's an uncommon name. So he will tell Jake to go to Google Stats. Jake will go to Google Stats. He'll, search the name, whatever it was. So I was just editing this video and I realized that I should probably tell you that Inject 2 is no longer available for at least the past few months on the Google Play Store. It is available on the Apple App Store, but not on Google Play. The creator, Greg Rossami, has made clear in a private Facebook group for people who bought the app why that is the case, and it seems that Google is upset at the Google Peak trick. It is upset at the fake Google search page, and they regard it as...
You can still get it, by the way. You just can't get it through the Play Store. You have to download it separately.
That hackers use, well, I'll send you to fake websites in order for you to put in sensitive information that they obviously use for their own selfish purposes. Now, mentalists, Greg Rossami, Oz Pullman, would certainly argue that they're not using it for illegal purposes because it's all just entertainment. And this kind of leads me to this point about how much are we willing to tolerate under the banner of entertainment? When can we say that, yes, something is entertainment, but it's also still crossing an ethical line that we should not be okay with? In my view, this does cross an ethical line, and the reasons for that are twofold. Yes, Oz is absolutely conning people. If that's not clear to you by now, it should be clear by the end of this video. When my 3-hour video is back up, it will certainly be clear to you then. But
Google thinks it's a deceitful, so they don't host it on their Play Store anymore. So you have to go to that guy's website after you buy the package or whatever. You have to go to that guy's website to download the app.
People, in fact, I'll put in a little clip here where he admits that he's conning people.
Third-party app.
Actually doing is conning people for a living, but I'm doing it under the guise of entertainment. Therefore, it is considered acceptable within our social contract.
He says that it's okay.
Now, appearing with Joe Rogan and shit, Joe Rogan's not going to write anything down. He's not going to use your Google thing. He's not going to do those things with his PIN number. So he hired somebody to follow him around, guaranteed.
Payment purposes. The issue,
but it's worth publicity.
Of course, is that if someone was conning someone for entertainment purposes, but then right at the end of it was saying, now, hey, would you like to buy my $10,000 body language reading course? We would say that that is a scam, right? Now, what Oz has done that is clever is he's done two things. One, he's brought his audience to a huge level, right? So he's now on podcasts and 60 Minutes. He did TEDx for whatever reason, which makes no sense. He is becoming a very big name in this realm, and there are now hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people who believe. Of course, he in order to $20 or $30 or $40 book, and you're doing it to a lot of people. It doesn't have the same kind of. If Oz, it's going to see that he is conning people, and he is using his. Kind of suggesting, right, that when people look at what Oz is doing, when they see that he's conning millions of people and then profiting from it with this kind of clever sort of doublespeak book that he's selling, is people going to be inspired to some of the. I just thought I would bring that to your attention. By searching that name, can then have a conversation with, maybe like, it's a very rare name, Oz, and away you go. Of course, that name has now been fed directly to Oz Pullman's phone.
Everyone's different. I don't have a rule for how this person thinks or what this person's eyes do. You read people, and then I start to notice patterns, and that's how I kind of do what I do.
Yeah, but brother, there's no pattern or thing going on here with me bringing up a random name from my childhood.
Should we get into that now or later? Because it's going to be hard online.
But I think the audience should pay attention to this because he set up a trick earlier. And then
Hold on, I want to make sure we say this. I said to you one thing. I said,
I didn't set it up earlier.
What did you say?
15.
15, right? So think about this. I said to you, here's what I want you to think of someone. And the first thing, if I'm watching this, is I would have said, he must have looked this up, right? He must be. So I said, think of someone from your past that literally nobody would know.
But that's what I'm saying. There's not a pattern to this.
And quick question. Did you whisper this to somebody here? Is there a microphone?
He doesn't want him saying there's not a pattern because that's what he's telling people he's doing is pattern recognition.
No, nobody knows.
Did you write it down anywhere? No.
I put it in my phone because.
Oh, good. Hold on. Is it in your phone right now? It's gone.
No, it's gone. I cleared the history.
It's browser history. So you literally thought.
I hid in the corner while I was typing it.
And what did you check if it was a popular name?
Yeah.
Another boy that you play cricket with, right? Somebody with an interesting name. I really lean into this. Right? I always tell you, Pierce, I say, make sure this person's name is not run of the mill. If you pick up Michael, I'm going to be so disappointed in you. So I always say, do not do that. And Pierce, I'm having you do this. I had you do this. I'm having you visualize this person's face.
I'd say, look up if this is a popular name. Because if you pick Michael, man, I'm going to be disappointed right now.
He made me pick a super random name from my childhood. That's very hard.
2 minutes ago, right? I didn't make you anything. I said, think of somebody and no one would guess. Here's what I do. Watch my fingers. Jake, 4 letters. Brandon, B-R-A-N-D-O-N, right? Jasper, J-A-S-P-E-R. For those listening to audio, all I do is count my fingers. And you know what you just did? Counted everybody's name, so you counted in your head. Like, you naturally counted this guy's name, and your eyes went like this. Watch me. Boom, 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 boom.
He says, no, I didn't. Right, we just saw that one.
Yeah, it's happening.
You said you did, but you did. I trust you did.
But I didn't spell it out fully, though. I just...
Because when you said 5 letters or no?
Yes.
60 Minutes should have done their due diligence and exposed him better. Right.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have went along with a puff piece. Now, he's also done a couple football teams, a couple NBA teams. They want their videos to go viral. I think they edit their videos to take out some of the behind the scenes stuff so it looks more viral. 100%.
Even though.
Oh, you call my nickname, or you? What do you mean? I'm trying to say what you're saying by that.
Like, I didn't even count in my head when you said J-A-K-E. I was just like watching you still. I didn't think of his.
I didn't get it from nowhere. You didn't realize.
Well, but you got it right though. Well, I did it maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Here for a reason.
Now, what I believe Oz is doing in instances where he's not using Inject 2, that is, he's not getting them to do a fake Google search or go into this fake Google Stats website, is he'll just give them a rigged notepad and he'll use some banter that goes along.
See this notepad down here in the corner?
Lines of, hey, before we go on the podcast, in order to make sure this all runs smoothly and you guys don't jeopardize me by lying and saying that I actually haven't figured
Fold it up, put it in your pocket.
Correctly. What I want you to do is we'll come up with some predetermined questions beforehand, and what you'll do is just take my notepad, you can just write them down onto this piece of paper, tear it out, keep it in your pocket, and that way when I guess the answer on the show, if I'm wrong, you can prove that I'm wrong because you can just take out what you've written on the notepad. Now I hope you can see how clever that is.
There's a screen behind it.
This is, I think, the principle of how Oz is.
It's called a digitizer. It just picks up the pressure.
Podcast after podcast.
You like a time traveler or something? That's what Pat McAfee calls me.
Listen, this is the podcast I was looking for. Listen to this one right here. I didn't realize he had it in here. Let me slow this down. He says he had me write it down on his notepad. Listen.
I hope you can see how clever that is. And this is, I think, the principle of how Oz is able to fool podcast after podcast.
You like a time traveler or something? Like you
That's what Pat McAfee calls me.
Now, he did give me his pen and his little pad to write on.
You know, no
He did give me his pen and his little pad to write on. He said, no pen, no writing.
pens, no pads, no nothing.
You got him.
Joe.
No pens, no pads, no nothing. The guy even says, oh, you got him. Listen. He outs him right here.
You like a time traveler?
By accident.
That's what Pat McAfee calls me.
Now, he did give me his pen and his little pad to write on.
You know, no pens, no pads, no nothing.
You got him.
Joe, you got me good, Joe.
So I think this is what he...
No pens, no pad, no nothing. And Joe says he got him. And he says, oh, he got me. Yeah, he got me good, Joe.
Did to Stephen Bartlett on Diary of a CEO. In fact, I would encourage someone like Stephen Bartlett, like Stephen, you said that you didn't want to dupe your audience.
Why did you name your book Read Your Mind? And can you read my mind?
So therein lies the dilemma. My whole job is to make you believe I can read minds, but here is the honest truth. I can't read minds. I wish I could read minds. That's impossible. I read people. Very different skill. This is built on the world of magic, what I do. Misdirection, influence, suggestion. Knowing how people think indicates to me what they think, right? I spent 3 decades reverse engineering the human mind.
I remember watching the Joe Rogan episode and wondering whether you and Joe Rogan included to like do the, because it'd be my mind. So my objective today is to be completely honest with my audience. Also, if I see you do something, do you want me to say it?
For sure.
Okay, do you actually want me to say it?
I mean, I guess so while I'm here.
Okay, fine. Okay.
I mean, they trust you. Why do people listen to you? Great interview questions, but they trust you. That's how you build an audience.
Yeah, I feel bad if I duped them.
And yet the video that you edited in your podcast is absolutely insane.
Let's hold your hand out, please. And hold it as if you're holding one card in your hand. Keep your eyes closed. Do not open them. I'm going to place one card in your hand. Close your fingers and freeze right there. Before you open your eyes, tell us, what was that card?
The 3 of diamonds.
Open your eyes. Take a look.
It is very, very difficult for me to understand how you do that.
It makes it looks like the only possible explanation is that Oz reverse engineered your mind and was able to correctly guess that you were going to choose that 3 of diamonds. I know that that's not the case, and you know that that's not the case because they want
he made him write it down beforehand or Google it and make sure it wasn't a common card choice or something.
100% would have been something that happened before the show that made it so that when it came to show time, that the 3 of diamonds was always going to be the card. That's
every time
to choose.
So yesterday we had the chance to speak. I wanted to ask a little bit more about the logistics and how we beat them in a van. Can I tell people this is the wildest setup ever? I'm not even in the same.
Yesterday we spoke. A whole day before they spoke.
We are remote.
That's how this works every single time.
I got into this like 7-8 minutes ago. Before I walked into this hotel, had we ever met or spoken a word in our life?
No. Before I walked into this hotel,
Piers, have you and I ever met in our lives face to face prior to this moment? Have we ever met?
No.
Face to face prior to this moment.
So yesterday we had the chance to speak. I wanted to ask a little bit more about the logistics.
So they never met, but then yesterday we spoke.
I walked in here again. We had like 1 minute before I came on here. Be honest, you did not tell anybody. And you made me look him up in the green room. Close your eyes.
He's always talking about how he just did it just a couple minutes ago. It's never like we hung out for an hour before the show started.
And you made me look him up in the green room.
You made me look him up in the green room. Did you hear that twice?
And you made me look him up in the green room. Close your eyes.
And you made me look him up in the green room.
What did I ask you to do? When you walked in the room, it took you 5 seconds to start playing with our heads. You had to do a few things. You had me write down a card and a question, and then I actually ripped it up and put it in 2 separate pockets. You're messing up with Jackie over here.
I ripped it up and put it in 2 separate pockets, so used his pad.
Goes? No, yeah. You've already done it because you come in with such a presence. You self-deprecating actually. We're going to see, haha, this is big. And then all of a sudden you're just coming at us like 7 layers of smoke, right? And it's very like nerve-wracking.
Every single time. There are slight variations, and we'll go to that into the rest of the video. But if you want to understand sort of the very basic fundamentals of what Oz is doing in order to achieve the most impossible effects, this is it. He uses Inject 2, which is going to use this fake Google image website, this Google search website, this fake Google Stats website, and he's going to use some sort of rigged device before the show, justify it in a way that seems convincing and seems totally disconnected from the trick. And then when it comes to the show,
and most people just forget about it at that point. They forget about Googling it. They forget about writing it down because he doesn't bring it up again. Right? He's just trying to keep you honest, and he wants you to pick something that's not common.
In a way that seems smooth and natural.
What was that card?
And
he's a piece of shit the way he pitches it, to be honest with you.
It's like 50-50 right now. Part of me trusts you 0%. And the other part trusts you 100%. Yeah.
Pretty crazy, huh? I guess that's all I got. I don't know. people are starting to catch on to his thing. And once you see it, it's kind of wild. Like how broadcasters hide Oz Perlman's secrets. ESPN has a financial incentive in this video going viral. And they edit it very well, but they still edit it for sure, 100%. So there you go. All right, I got some other videos that I was supposed to go over tonight, but I didn't because we got stuck on that weird Oz Perlman guy. You guys, couple things. So allegedly Oz, just watch. Fuck, I don't even know what to say. Just watch.
We have some extremely serious news of what ICE is doing to people in the United States of America, that this needs to be spread everywhere. A 27-year-old man was forced by ICE to sign deportation papers. If he didn't, he would not get the dialysis that he needed for his end-stage renal failure.
They wouldn't give him dialysis treatment. Allegedly. Now, this is just a claim. They wouldn't give him dialysis treatment unless he signed a paper agreeing to self-deport.
Forced by ICE to people in the United States of America, that this needs to be spread everywhere. A 27-year-old man was forced by ICE to sign deportation papers. If he didn't, he would not get the dialysis that he needed for his end-stage...
That's called torture, by the way.
...renal failure. This, according to WFDD, a local news station. A Charlotte family is now saying that their 27-year-old Honduran son with end-stage renal failure was denied dialysis and pressured into signing a voluntary deportation order after being detained during the Charlotte's Web immigration raids in North Carolina. The man says that officers would not allow him to get dialysis unless he signed a voluntary order for deportation. Quote, I told the officer if they give me dialysis, I'll stay and fight my case because dialysis is life or death. But the officers told him, no, if you want to leave, sign. If not, you're going to die here. This is classic duress, along with
if not, you're going to die here.
Blatant human rights violation. Spread the word because people need to know this story. Follow along for all the news you need to know about. We have some...
And that's not even the worst thing they're doing. That's not even the worst thing they are currently doing. Okay? They are in multiple states. It's been reported around multiple states. They are showing up at literally, you know how the Republicans always say, we don't care if immigrants come as long as they do it the right way. The right way. There's a right way. You can't cut line. There's a right way to do it. You got to do it the right way. You got to do this. You got to take classes. You got to pay money. You got to do it the right way. ICE is now picking up and deporting immigrants at their oath swearing ceremony. It's literally the last step. Do the Pledge of Allegiance, swear an oath, and you become a citizen. They are showing up at this ceremony where people usually bring their friends and family and take pictures and everybody cheers. It's kind of like graduation, right? To become a U.S. citizen. After you paid the money, after you did the classes, after you got a lawyer, you filed the paperwork, you haven't gotten in trouble, you did everything right. They're picking them up there before they can swear in, while they're in line waiting to swear in and deporting them. Check this out.
They took people from their oath swearing ceremonies in Boston.
And I know this is just a random person on TikTok. I've verified this. You can Google it.
They took people from their oath swearing ceremonies in Boston on Thursday. A group of immigrants showed up to Faneuil Hall to swear their oaths to become American citizens. You know that last step that you take when you do everything the right way, when you fill out all the papers and you pass the tests and the vetting and you pay all the money and you wait all that time and you go and you swear and you become a citizen? They showed up for that and they asked them, what country are you from? And picked them out of line based on what country they were from. Because a few countries they have just decided no longer are allowed to come here anymore. So these people, one of them, a Haitian woman who's been here for 20 years, did everything the right way, was pulled out of line and now has no idea what her status is. I would love for these MAGA fucks that show up in my comments who say, my grandparents came the right way,
And it's basically all based on the Trump said, no more immigration from these shithole countries. He named 19 countries. And if you're from that country and you show up to swear an oath of allegiance, which is what they do, They're grabbing you before you can swear it because that's the last step to become a citizen. They pronounce you, just like you're married, they pronounce you a citizen after you swear the oath. They're getting you in that last fucking step. They've passed the background checks. They've not been in trouble. They've taken the classes. They've paid the money. They've got the lawyer. This is the last time they have a chance to get them because they let them say those words, and the guy presents them with their document and pronounces them citizens. They can't. How fucking insane, dude.
So Kim, they're here. They're doing it the right way, and they're still getting pulled out of line at their oath swearing ceremonies. Please defend that to me, because I would love to hear it. They took people from their oath swearing ceremonies.
It sounds fake. Like it doesn't even sound like, how the fuck are they doing this? Speaking of, I've been spending a lot of time going back and forth. Actually, hold on. Let's do this. You guys watch this for just a second. I'll be right back.
Don't fucking run. You hear me?
Wait, it's still Border Patrol?
Oh, I thought it was a cop. Don't fucking run. You hear me?
Wait, it's still Border Patrol?
Oh, I thought it was a cop. Don't fucking run. You hear me?
Wait, it's still Border Patrol?
Oh, I thought it was a cop. Don't fucking run. You hear me?
Wait, it's still Border Patrol?
Sorry, I had to step out for a second.
Oh, I thought it was a cop. Don't fucking run.
I think these videos are fake, but...
Wait, it's still Border Patrol?
I just grabbed one randomly. I think that video's fake. Anyways, this is going to sound weird when I first say it, but I've been finding myself agreeing more and more with Pete Hegseth. Believe it or not, the more I look into this issue, the more I agree with Pete Hegseth. I'm just saying it. You may hate me, you may unsubscribe, you may leave, but the more I look into it, the more I agree with Pete. Me and Pete on the same team. The problem is, it's 2016 Pete Hegseth, not current Pete Hegseth.
It's typical Trump. All bluster, very little substance. He talks a tough game, but then when pressed on it, he's an armchair tough guy. I hate to say it, but this is a guy who said that John McCain is not a war hero, yet he sought his own 5 military deferments because he says big, blustery things that people want to hear, but he goes way too far. And then when the military says, we won't follow illegal orders like torture or killing families, which is not loosening the rules of engagement, he suddenly realizes, wait, I might actually be commander-in-chief.
To understand this video, you do have to go back to 2016.
Well, that was wild. Seems like Pete's changed quite a bit, huh?
Donald Trump was making a series of very...
He's literally talking about the military refusing to follow Trump's orders.
National security promises when running for president that include killing the families of terrorists, expanding the use of torture. Now, Hegseth and his other colleagues at Fox were harshly critical of Trump's comments, which he did end up walking back, by the way, saying he wouldn't tell the...
That was before Trump got the nomination. They all had to fall in line.
Military to disobey unlawful orders, but listen to more of what Hegseth and them were saying about him.
Here's the problem with Trump. He says, go ahead and kill the families. Go ahead and torture. Go ahead and go further than waterboarding. What happens when people follow those orders?
This is when Trump was saying shit like, oh, when we find a terrorist, we kill your family too. Waterboarding, I think we should do more than waterboarding for these people, right? And Hegseth is like, what happens when someone follows that order? Then they're in trouble.
Or don't follow them. It's not clear that Donald Trump will have their back. Donald Trump is oftentimes about Donald Trump.
Now, Hegseth repeated similar comments.
Donald Trump is oftentimes about Donald Trump. He won't have their back. If they follow illegal orders or they refuse illegal orders, he won't have their back. Well, neither does Hegseth now.
Multiple times, repeatedly saying that troops would refuse illegal orders. He singled out Trump, warning that he could even put service members in legal jeopardy and create issues if troops didn't follow those orders. And that key quote above there is he said Trump might not have the military's back when that happened. Take a listen to all the other times we found him saying that.
I got some response from vets on that saying you're not just going to follow that order if it's unlawful.
The military's not even going to follow his orders.
The military's not going to follow illegal orders. And so the Trump campaign was forced to change their position and say, we're going to try to change the law.
I wonder if they're recalling him for court-martial or not.
So that the military can operate within the law. That's a tall order also.
So we did not hear back this time from the Pentagon. We did hear back from the White House. This is what they told us. As he said last week, the military already has clear procedures for handling unlawful orders, but seditious Democrats injected ambiguity and failed to provide a single example because all of President Trump's actions have been lawful. Instead, these lawmakers sow doubt in a clear chain of command, which is reckless, dangerous, and deeply irresponsible for an elected official.
It's typical Trump.
They ought to recall it. That's sedition, right? Isn't that what we were told? Sedition? Or no? Is that different? Must be different. Where'd you go, chat? Jesus Christ.
So Amnesty International is out with a brand new report about what they are calling torture in 2 South Florida detention facilities, and you need to hear this. So this report is about 60 pages long. I just finished reading it so that you don't have to, and I feel like I'm going to be sick. So Amnesty sent a team to inspect these facilities in September, and they went to 2. They went to Chrome, which is the Chrome North Service Processing Center, and also the Everglades Detention Center, which many people refer to as Alligator Alcatraz. And what they found
You're not going to like this report.
is just beyond disturbing and horrific. I'm not going to be able to tell you everything in the report, but I want to give you enough information that you can share this with others. First, a little context, because you may think, like I did, that Alligator Alcatraz had been shut down, because we heard that a court did shut it down because environmental reviews had not been done. But apparently, after that happened, another appeals court said, no, you can stay open while the appeal is being considered. So they are open. As Ron DeSantis puts it, they are, quote, open for business. So something I learned from this report is that Alligator Alcatraz is the first state-owned immigration detention facility in the United States. That is a very important fact to understand. Because it is run by the state and not the federal government, there's no federal oversight. People there aren't even tracked in ICE databases, and that's why we keep hearing about people who cannot find their family members who they think may be there. And Amnesty International is underscoring that this is not normal. In fact, they are calling it enforced disappearance. And very likely because there's so little oversight, the conditions there are beyond brutal. People are sleeping where fecal matter and sewage are flowing into their sleeping area from toilets that are in the middle of their cages. The lights are on 24/7. The AC is blasting so hard that people are freezing. There are mosquitoes everywhere, and inmates get to shower once a week, if that. There's, again, no privacy at all. The food is almost inedible, and the water is almost undrinkable. People are routinely being denied medical.
Like, you may not like Amnesty International or think they're this or that, or you may not like this report, but this is what they do. Human rights violations.
And the medication they need to survive. Whenever people leave their cages, and yes, they are called cages, they are in shackles. Always. Even if they are in severe medical distress.
But surely they don't have like a extra small 2-foot by 2-foot cage out in the middle of the hot ass sun that they strap you into for punishment, do they?
Always shackled.
Like from a fucking 1940s prison movie?
Here's what Amnesty International is specifically calling torture. There is something there called the box. It is a 2-foot by 2-foot cage that they lock people in with their feet shackled to the ground and put them outside in the sun for hours and hours with virtually no water. I want you to stop and imagine what 2-foot by 2-foot looks like. I want you to imagine being chained inside of a cage that is that size. That is torture that we are committing. And I'll tell you,
we absolutely cannot let other states do the same thing Florida did trying to suck Trump's dick. The problem is when they go to that state site, they basically fall out of the system, and that's where they're disappearing people from. And Florida claims that everybody there at Alligator Alcatraz are they're just being processed to leave. That's not true. A lot of them still have claims. They say they're on their final deportation order, and there's nothing for them to fight. They don't need to see a lawyer. They don't need to go to court. They're just waiting on a fucking plane. And no, that is not true. There's a bunch that are still there with asylum claims or processing claims and need to see their lawyers, need to see their families. Some of them haven't even been marked for deportation, incorrectly picked up.
Taxpayers should be pissed off. This Alligator Alcatraz has already cost $360 million, and guess how much it's going to cost every year to continue to operate? $480 million. Guess where that money is coming from? Florida disaster relief funds. So they are cutting actual emergency funding.
The money they're funding this with is disaster relief funds for the state.
for Floridians to fund this. The report then goes on to talk about Chrome, which is an ICE facility that has been outside of Miami for decades. 4 people have died there already just this year. There is severe overcrowding. People are being held in prolonged solitary confinement, and they are being denied access to their lawyers. And on that note, Governor DeSantis keeps saying that everybody in these 2 facilities has final deportation orders already. That is absolutely false, according to this report. Lawyers have confirmed that there are people with pending asylum claims. There are people with valid immigration status, wrongly detained U.S. citizens. So Amnesty's conclusion in this report is...
Did any of you guys really buy the Milwaukee deal?
The conditions at both facilities
Did it work for you?
amount to cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment under international law, and the use of the box and prolonged solitary confinement meet the legal definition of torture. We're not talking about 1930s Germany. We're not talking about Afghanistan under the Taliban. We're talking about the United States right now while we speak. And
if it's sold out, it's sold out online, so it has to be a store near you that has it in stock.
No mistake, we can lay this at Ron DeSantis' feet, but ultimately the buck stops with Donald Trump, who not only approves of this, but celebrates it, sadistically loves to torture people with brown skin. So seriously, y'all, if you're wondering what you would have done in 1930s Germany, you're doing it right now. And it's not too late to change if you don't feel like you're doing enough. So go to the link in my bio or to the first comment under this video to find the link to the report. Read it, share it. It's uncomfortable and miserable, but we don't get to look away just because it's not happening to us. I know this is overwhelming. I know it's painful, but the only thing to do is keep working and fighting together until we stop this and until the people who are committing these atrocities, and that's what they are stripped of power and held responsible for their actions. So let's do that. Y'all, so Amnesty International is out with...
So the deal's not working for anybody? Sorry. Yeah, ICE. While we're on the topic of ICE, I guess we can see what they're doing in Chicago. They're torturing people. I think the punishment's the point. They feel superior. They want to punish people. They want to make them scared and fucking hurt and just to be mean to brown people. It's so crazy.
Move down! Move down! You don't say shit now, huh? Fuck you! Yeah, move the fuck down! Move the fuck down!
I'm on the sidewalk.
Seems well trained.
Today I was patrolling when we got a call that ICE was at an apartment complex waiting for a guy.
They're trying to fight this teenage boy. That's who the ICE agents were just screaming at. That little boy right there.
Balcony.
I don't give a shit. I live here. Then stay your fucking property. Get out of here now. Go. Go. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Then go to your fucking house. Don't fucking touch me, bitch.
There's a fuck up on, it's at the first of the show. There's a fuck up on Home Depot's website to where you can get a $1,200 original deal marked down to $600. You can get it for like $350. Milwaukee M18 tools and pack out.
Sorry, I have tear gas in my lungs. There were more people that showed up, and then kind of slowly more ICE agents showed up. There was definitely tear gas.
This kid is the one that's filming it. That's the one they were screaming, "What are you gonna do, you fucking bitch?" at this little kid.
Pepper spray kind of everywhere.
Are you okay, man? Oh my God! Pepper spray, Ben.
A suspected member of Tren de Aragua. They provide no evidence of this.
Agents were pepper spraying the crowd through tear gas, including at our children.
Let me show you something, Legend. Before we finish that video. So people were having problems picking up at 2 different areas, picking up the deal at 2 different places. The reason being is you might be doing it right. I'm not saying you're not, but if you change this where it says pick up at, that's the wrong one. It'll change everything in your car. See right here where it says pick up at Bristol. You don't want to click that one. That'll change everything in the cart. The one you want to click is where it says check nearby stores, and that'll change just the item that you're under. So that was the problem that people were having on Reddit. You get this bundle. You can get this bundle right here for $363. It's pack out, drill driver, grinder, compact sawzall, 2 5.0 batteries, and the charger with the pack out gift. It's all this for 300 and what did I just say? 363. Yeah, if you click the pick up at, it changes all the items to one thing. Like if I change this, if I hit pick up at and hit that Johnson City store, my home store, it'll change everything in your cart. And you don't actually have to do that. That just makes it easy to cancel. That's the only way you can cancel one thing without canceling the other thing. If you pick it all up at one store, you're going to have to return it in store.
Who are super young. You pepper sprayed my 3-year-old daughter! You did it yourself! I did nothing, sir!
We're back.
The people on Reddit are changing their home store because this specific thing right here isn't available at their store. It's the M18 lithium-ion brushless cordless combo kit with pack out is not available at their store, so you might have to change your home store to find this deal, I guess. But
Keep going.
You told us the sidewalk earlier.
I'm telling you, keep fucking going. Go. Keep going. Keep going.
My 3-year-old daughter!
Come back. Watch out.
yeah, ICE doesn't give a fuck, dude. ICE Chicago is just wild. And Chicago people, I mean, to their credit, they're not fucking having it either.
There's tear gas and pepper spray in the snow.
Move down! Move down! You know,
Fucking insane, dude.
Hello, I'm Treasury Secretary Scott Besson. Due to this period of adjustment, we are bailing out American farmers for $12 billion. Hello, I'm America's farmers. Most of this bailout money will be devoured by corporate farm monopolies. Meanwhile, farm bankruptcies are up 60%.
And farmer suicides.
Excuse me. President Trump has secured massive victories for farmers, like getting China to commit to purchasing 12 billion tons of soybeans. China usually buys more than double that, but due to your trade war,
Trump got them to buy 12. They usually buy 25 to 40.
They already filled their silos with Argentina's beans, who you bailed out for $20 billion. Do you have any idea what you're doing? No. Hello, I'm Treasury Secretary Scott Besson. Due to this period,
I do like the way this guy just explains it.
Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez.
It's a Zelda cartridge.
I just received a full pardon from President Trump despite trafficking 500 tons of snow cane into the United States. Hello, I'm the White House press corps. You also took millions in bribes from the cartels and gave them grenade launchers. Why are you being pardoned? Trump's buddy Roger Stone says that a pardon from me will help overthrow the Honduras' current liberal government. Conveniently, this would also protect Prospera, which is a private tech bro utopia in Honduras founded by billionaire allies of Trump. In Prospera, they make their own laws governing everything from crypto to...
Remember where we were talking about those techopolies, and they wanted these tech cities where they had a board of directors, and if you lived in it, you worked for them, and then you voted, blah, blah, blah. They have one in Honduras. That the liberal government is like, hey, I don't know about this.
Governing everything from crypto to unlicensed medical procedures. Why would you tell me that? Hello, I'm former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez. I just received a full pardon from President Trump despite trafficking 500 tons of snow cane into the United States. Hello, I'm the White House press corps. You also took millions in bribes from the cartels.
Fucking insane, dude. Everything's just so fucking... It's either like You're disgusted by the corruption, or you're like, God damn, I need to make friends with somebody in the administration. Like, holy fuck. Oh, you should probably remember. It's too late now, but you probably should be remembering that. It's almost 2 a.m. now. You got to remember at the start of the show, I've already lost the vehicle.
I've watched stupid people like Marjorie Trader Green.
Trader Brown.
Some people call her Taylor Green. Some people call her Taylor Brown.
No one calls her that. You fucking lunatic. No one has ever, besides you, called her Marjorie Taylor Brown. Like doo-doo.
Taylor Green. Or some people call her Taylor Green. Some people call her Taylor Brown. Because green sometimes turns to brown, which isn't nice. But I've watched her say that
sometimes green turns to brown, which isn't nice.
He spends too much time on foreign. I only have one place in mind. It's the United States.
I feel very sorry for President Trump. I genuinely do. It has to be a hard...
I think, though, the biggest takeaway from this, what would make me go home and use the Remington retirement plan, is Marjorie Taylor Greene feeling sorry for me.
Place for someone that is constantly so hateful and puts so much vitriol, name calling, and really tells lies about people in order to try to get his way or win some kind of fight. As a Christian, I'm not angry at the president. It's easy for me to say a prayer for him and forgive him. But the part that I have had a very hard time with is the fact that he called me a traitor. And because of his words, that brought serious threats against myself and my family. We had a pipe bomb threat on my home, a pipe bomb threat on my family construction company and staff, and had multiple pizza doxings. But the serious one was the direct death threats on my son. And I think that goes beyond anyone's arguments or disagreements or politics. All of our children and our family's safety should matter to anyone, no matter if they're mad at us or disagree with us. I think that should be something we respect.
I've watched stupid people like Marjorie Trader Green, or some people call her Taylor Green. Some people call her Taylor Brown. Because green sometimes turns to brown, which isn't nice. But I've watched her say that he spends too much time on foreign. I only have one place in mind. It's the United States.
I feel very sorry for President Trump. I genuinely do. It has to be a hard place for someone that is constantly so hateful and puts so much vitriol, name calling, and really tells lies about people in order to try to get his way or win some kind of fight. As a Christian, I'm not angry at the president. It's easy for...
As a Christian, she didn't care when everybody else is getting death threats because she riled up the base, right? It's only when other people...
To say a prayer for him and forgive him. But the part that I have had a very hard time with is the fact that he called me a traitor. And because of his words, that brought serious threats against myself and my family. We had a pipe bomb threat on my home, a pipe bomb threat on my family construction company and staff, and had multiple pizza doxings. But the serious one was the direct death threats on my son. And I think that goes beyond anyone's...
I would like some more information on that. I want to know if it was like, hey, we have a plan to kill your son, or if it was just somebody trolling him, like, you're going to die because your mom's a traitor, and had no intention of going through. I mean, it's still bad. Don't get me wrong, but I was just curious.
Or disagreements or politics. All of our children and our family's safety should matter to anyone, no matter if they're mad at us or disagree with us. I think that should be something we respect.
Oh, shit. Shut up, guys. Shut up! My show's on.
Yo, it's 845. We're back with another one, but this time we wanted to tell y'all our appreciation to all our real supporters, man. We love y'all. We couldn't have did this without y'all. The ones that believed in us and kept us going and motivates us every day, man. We love y'all, man.
Guess what his talent is? It's on the screen, but he tosses his hat and catches it on his head.
And this is for y'all. This hat toss goes out to y'all. Stay blessed, all y'all family. Stay blessed. Stay blessed, man. We love
Go! Did you guys miss it?
We're back with another one.
I didn't see any cheering in the chat. I was just
Coming from you live from the 845, the hat toss king. Now she gonna try. Let's see if she can make it on her head one time. close, but no cigar. So close, but no cigar. Come on.
You gonna keep saying that?
We got all day for this. Come on, you're part of my team. You can do this. You're moving your head too far under the hat. No. 5,000 tries. There it is. Wow.
First time, baby. First time.
Wow, the Hat Toss Kings. We here reporting live. It took her a couple tries, but she got it down. I'm gonna make her star. Let's see if I can get it one more time for y'all. He's a pro, guys. Let's go. 845 stand up. Coming from you live from.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's 845. We back with another one. We about to do another hat toss. We ain't gonna stop. Yeah.
Come on, dog. 200 says you can't do that again.
Quickest 200 I ever made.
Oh my God, I see these everywhere. I want one of these.
40 bucks? Well, the money I just made will get it.
Okay. I want one of these candles.
24 hours? I guess.
We in that 845 grind. Oh, you weren't on camera, bro. You messed that one up. He does a lot of dancing, it looks like.
Back at it again with another package from Make Big Bank. Awesome, from Atlantic City. Shout out Make Big Bank. Go check them out. They got a whole website. The link will be in my bio. Just go check them out, man. Let's get into it. Let's see what they sent us.
He did. He says, the New York Times and some others like to pretend that I am slowing up and maybe not as sharp as I once was, or I am in poor physical health, knowing that it is not true and knowing that I work very hard, probably harder than I have ever worked before. I will know when I am slowing up, but it's not now. After all the work I have done with the medical exams, talking about the cognitive tests, cognitive exams, and everything else, I actually believe it's seditious, perhaps even treasonous, for the New York Times and others to consistently do fake reports in order to libel and demean the President of the United States. They are true enemies of the people, and we should do something about it. They have inaccurately reported on all of my election results, and in fact, were forced to apologize on much of what they wrote. The best thing that could happen to this country would be if the New York Times would cease publication because they are a horrible, biased, and untruthful source of information. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. It's treason, guys.
This is what. Yo, it's 845, yo. We back with another one.
He does shout outs to people.
So shout out. It's from Josh to his daughter Bailey. He wants to let her know to have a good Christmas and have a great day at school tomorrow. And this hat toss goes out to you, Bailey. Much love. Yo, it's
If I was Bailey, I wouldn't trade that for nothing. A hat toss with my name in it.
Hey, what up, everybody? It's 845. We back in the building. This is a special shout out from Josh to one of his good friends, Drew Gerson from Franklin, Ohio. This hat toss goes out to you, brother man. Have a Merry Christmas, man. Stay blessed. Hey, what up, everybody? It's 845.
Oh, you don't like me. You want to fight?
Trash.
This is from Legends neck of the woods. It ain't got shit to do with me.
Shout out my boy Trevor. We are big fans. Much love from the 845. Shout out to 845. straight raised, born and raised straight up in the
After midterms, he'll either die or somebody will push him out after midterms. That's the only chance that JD Vance gets to run 2 full terms, right? Because it'll be after the halfway point, and they still need to build JD Vance's popularity with the MAGA base.
4 or 5 slums, but you know what? You gotta better your life. Anything is possible in life. If you want it, you gotta get up, get out, and go get it. That's the bottom line. Nothing is gonna come to you in life. So if you're expecting handouts your whole life, it's never gonna happen, bro. But yo, shout out Trevor, man. We from the 845, man. The ground is real. This hat choice is for you, big dog.
Oh no, he's there with you. He's got you. You guys are basically neighbors.
Hey, it's 845 and we're back with another one. This is a very special dedication from your father, Alan, to Isabella, Bella for short, for a Christmas present. He just wanted to let you know he's going to be there for Christmas and that he loves you, and he just wanted you to know that, and he wanted you to know this hat toss is from your father to you.
What if he does salad tosses? Ooh!
That's for you, Isabella.
Staring right in the camera? You didn't feel that?
Hey, it's 845 and we're...
What an amazing guy. All right, guys.
Everybody in Donald Trump's...
Stephen Miller screams and collapses on air as Epstein admission blast Trump. That's got to be an older
in a
video,
full-blown
right?
five-alarm crisis. Miller is absolutely losing it. And really, how can they corrupt him just to save him from himself? Important lies to bury about the Epstein files. Yes. Brian Tyler Cohen dismantled.
Harley, have you heard about the solid core drama on TikTok?
Surprisingly, no. I'm excited.
You know how big the pharmaceutical industry is in the United States? For
This has been going so viral here lately on Jubilee.
If you don't just say no.
How many billions of dollars they make?
It's one doctor versus 20 anti-vaxxers. It's been going pretty viral lately.
Hey, Democrat.
All right, guys. I'm out of here.
Talk about it. You don't believe in the fucking Constitution? You don't believe in habeas corpus? You don't believe in the Posse Comitatus Act? He fucking commits treason 237 times this year already, and you're proud of that, asshole? You're fucking proud of that, you shitbag? You fucking bitch, fucking traitor. Fuck you, you fucking Nazi piece of shit. You fucking cowardly bitch. Keep walking. I'm the coward. You're the coward? He thinks he's tough. He thinks he can fucking help destroy our country. He don't give a fuck about anybody other than himself. What do you think? What do you think about him sending $40 billion to Argentina?
Support the show if you want to. I spent $300 I didn't have on tools because I thought it was a good deal. So go support the show at the links.
You support that too?
I'd greatly appreciate it.
Argentina? You fucking support him pardoning drug lords? I don't fucking give a fuck about Biden. That's how fucking dumb you are. I don't like Biden.
And I still need a skill saw. What I really want is the damn track saw. If anybody's thinking about getting me a $600 present for Christmas, just so you know, I want the track saw. I've never had a track saw. And they make straight cuts so you can use it like a skill saw, but it makes straight cuts so fucking easy. But I just don't have the $600 for it. But if you're looking, okay?
I'm a combat infantry veteran, not a fucking cowardly shit like you. Fuck you, Nazi! Keep walking, you little bitch. You're gonna be dead soon. And the world is gonna be a better place when you fucking choke on a cheeseburger, you fucking treasonous fuck. Talk about it.
Well, I'm glad he didn't hold back,
Wow. He created the most dangerous style in gloving. In 2000.
All right, guys, I'm out. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. Support the show if you want to. I'd greatly appreciate it. We got bills to pay. Christmas coming up. I know everybody's kind of short right now and the economy sucks, so that's why I'm not pushing it too hard. I probably should be, but the show's not currently supporting itself, but it'll get back there. So thank you all for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donations that come in the past. Those are awesome. I am going to do a show where I show you all my white elephant gifts because I got some funny ones. And I think they'll be funny. We do the game where you draw numbers and you trade with the adults or whatever. I wasn't allowed to be dirty this year because my sister's new husband is a preacher and we're having it at his house. But I could be as funny as I wanted. So we're going to do a show, or maybe it'll just be a video. But my haul for white elephant gifts, I got some really good ones. Some art, some more tactile pieces. We're going to do that. And a couple good ones. I think I got a board game and a little game, a magnetic game. And those new, have you guys seen the viral fingernail clippers? They're called Edgy. Basically like the fingernail clippers used now like crush your fingernails, where they've reinvented it and they're actually sharp and they catch the nail and stuff. EDJY, is that how you spell Edgy? Or is it GY? EDJY. They're the new fingernail clippers. I got a set of those for the white elephant gifts because they come in handy. These new clippers, they're supposed to be really good. But most of them are funny gifts, so we'll do a haul on that. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Mariah and the kids appreciate it. Yeah, you guys have a good night, and I'll see everybody on the next one. Thank you all for joining us. I'm going to get the schedule fixed for real. I just had a couple of really bad days trying to get everything done and trying to help a buddy get his car fixed and whatever. But I'll be back with a better schedule, coming on earlier and probably staying the same amount of time just to make longer shows if you guys are up for it. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sticking with me even though the schedule's been kind of crazy. And I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night. Love you. See you. Bye.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't.
Not paydays. Pat should be getting paid here soon.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Well, my true believer, y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like fool in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is good."
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking around.
Stop. What?
I know a lot of the audience left when I went full anti-Trump, but I couldn't fucking take it anymore. But I think we got a better group now than what we had before, even though there's less of us.
Oh my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit.
Those people still email me mad as hell. I can't believe you're wokey.
You know that stage is set. You better
Stupid shit, dude. Leave comments still.
go, I think I started some
Oh, you went full anti-Trump, I see. Can't believe it.
best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
Yo, it's been fucking 6 goddamn years. You think you'd have figured it out by now.
Say it isn't so, got him backed up on the ropes, trying to ram it down his throat. Now things are getting rocking, he was doing so well. It's all over.
And I still hate people from New Jersey, so that's something we can fucking agree on.
No damn research, they rework and copy on cocks that came first. 9th inning, second string.